Welcome back to another episode of Once Upon a Witchlight. We would absolutely love it if you'd like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check that bell so you never miss an episode. And of course, while you're doing that, I'm going to read some comments from last week's episode right now. Quote number 1. No joke, I was laughing for about 10 minutes when Mikey said, "We can be bees." Invincible brain rot has truly destroyed my brain. Us too. Us too. Yeah. Quote number 2. Aragorn, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. Gricko and Goblintopia will answer. Muster the snails and frozen bees.
That's really good. Very funny.
Number 3. I am convinced that the conspiracy mouse that Torbeck has is just Bitsy whispering conspiracies in his ear.
That's funny.
And quote number 4. It's been exactly 1 year since I've started watching, and this stuff has changed my year for the better. Thanks. It's very kind of you to say. Thanks for being along for the ride. And of course, make sure you leave a comment below, and maybe next week yours will get picked. In the meantime, if you'd like to support this stream, we've got a few different ways that you can do that. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. You can go check out our merch shop. We got a lot of really great stuff featuring all sorts of different characters and campaigns. You can become a patron over on Patreon, where there are 2 exclusive campaigns that you can watch over there. Pretty exciting stuff. You can also go check out thecrookedmoon.com to pre-order your copy of The Crooked Moon today, but that's not all. You can go to D&D Beyond and also cash in on some Crooked Moon goodness. Go check it out. Don't delay. We appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We are Legends of Evantris. This is Whimsday. Roll that beautiful bean footage, Rich.
Once upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her tower, and through grand halls past lock and key came to her slumber dreams of 3. The first brought laughter filled with fright, the second love defiled by spite, the third a world of pure delight. She welcomed these, they were her own, but soon from porcelain lips a groan, her silvery dreamscape now forsaken, to pain from which she'd not awaken. Something blighted had come hither, foul as nightshade creeping thither. From yon the grave-like curse did wither. The little prince wept in his spire, his wounded heart had one desire. A ballad from the dreaming queen could turn his maelstrom mind serene. He vowed her rescue, speech sincere, but toys would be his shield and spear, and so he scoured for 1 full year. In springtime wreathed in parenthood, the prince first found a toy of wood, a doll set, beasts and wild things, but listen close and each one sings, a song of child, owl and bear, a song that calls the spirits there, a song for monsters with much hair. When summer heat steamed like a kettle, the prince then found a toy of metal, a rocking horse with ashen mane, around its neck was draped a chain. Its horn and eyes and nose shoot flame, with mighty hooves and sturdy frame, no better steed one could proclaim. He searched from autumn's harvest throne, the prince then found a toy of bone, lettered blocks stacked to the sky, when turned to words could only lie. Deceit known to the hounds of hell makes for a potent hex or spell, of souls, of sin, of Shadowfell. Through winter's chill from peak to pass, the prince then found a toy of glass, marble spun in measured motion, like careful thought or certain notion, each glinting cat's eye seeing all, from stars beyond the cosmic sprawl, to inner strength and mind's recall. When season stopped, the final day, at last the prince found halves of clay. He shed a tear. This would not do. His favorite toy was split in 2. It stank and had a horrid face, but in his heart held special place. Through toil this crack he would erase. The day has come, no time for rest. The fateful toy is placed in a chest, with stripes of white and stripes of red, just like a big top by his bed. The little prince prepares a flower for either outcome, sweet or sour, and makes a wish for love, for power. Once upon a witchlight hour.
Having made new friends with the Corrids atop their hill here in the land of Yon, you are moving on to your next journey, your next adventure within this land. And it is here, as you're about halfway down the mountain, that you have a choice to make. In front of you is the Crater Basin, this large lake surrounded by 8 Fey beacons, all being lit by a Fey elf of some sort, this potential prince of one of the fairy courts. You could stay here and assist, which, from what you know, could lead you towards a portal out of the Feywild. Though you don't have the money that you need to pay back Guru, you would at least be one step closer to home, if that were the journey that you decided to take, or portal really anywhere. But a portal at your disposal could be huge in this moment. Or you could choose to continue to scale the mountain and climb further down until you reach the large valley at the basin of the mountain, and the statues of the Corrids that lead into the Briganock mines. You know that taking this path leads you towards a secret entrance into Motherhorn. But here, the wind is lashing against you as your backs are against the mountain, and you see as this elven creature makes his way off of the boat and scales one of the beacons, and it illuminates as he places a torch to the top. As he begins to climb down, the copper basin reflects the flapping of wings as you see these large peritons begin to circle around. And the moment his form lands in the boat again and he starts rowing to the next one, you watch as they all in unison beat their wings and extinguish the flame. You watch this happen, beacon after beacon after beacon, and yet this person does not seem to stop. They are determined to make their way out of Prismere.
All right, armed boy, you got your knife?
Well, yes, I have a knife on my person right here on my side. I also have one strapped to my boot, should I need.
All right, well,
A few in my pack.
I would suggest putting one between your teeth.
What for?
Get like the old days. When I take out a chef's knife and I put it between my teeth.
I'll take out my
open his mouth and put it between his teeth.
I'll take out my blade of Forlorn's Remorse and put it between my teeth.
Is that the cool blade?
That's the cool blade,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I pull out a machete. Now what we're going to do is we're going to crawl on the ground.
Tormund doesn't have a knife. Gideon, you have an extra knife for Tormund? I can't, Tormund can't understand you. Please lend Tormund a knife.
I have a knife for you, Tormund. You can have my boot knife.
Thank you.
Now, what are we going to do until crawling on the ground?
So now we're going to crawl our way into the ground.
Tormund's tongue!
Remove the blade from your mouth, What are you doing?
All right?
Yeah.
Look at this, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, Kern.
So we're going to crawl our way in there, and then we're going to find a Ligonock. You know what I'm saying? It's sleeping over there. I'll get done from in town.
Okay.
We're going to crawl and get right under the edge of the sleep on the hill.
Okay.
And then we're going to take the knife
Okay.
out of our mouths.
What are you gonna do, Kern?
And with your left hand,
Okay.
reach up, clasp it firm,
Okay.
and tie it over the mouth with your left hand like a packing of snowballs.
So start on the jaw.
And then with your right hand, take the knife and cut the throat from ear to ear, just like that.
And you gotta make sure to get them right under the jaw, so if they snap down, they don't mess with your knife.
Exactly right. As
You
close
hook 'em right
under
there.
the jaw as you can.
You hold kind of into the bone there, and then
boy.
you're guaranteed to get 'em.
You want me to slice from ear to ear this poor elf who's failing to light the beacon?
No, not that guy. The Briganox.
You didn't hear the whole
the
first half of what he
I
said.
couldn't
I think we
understand
ended
a
last
single
episode
thing you were
going
saying.
into the mine to kill off the Briganox. I think that's what I remember, Chad.
Right
We
now,
seen
we're
it
standing
recently.
at a bit of a. We can go down, and we should.
Okay.
But why wouldn't we help
We're
this
about
poor,
halfway
futile man
down the
who's-
mountain towards the Briganox.
Look at this elf.
But currently we're facing an elf lighting beacons.
Oh, Well, we could do that if we wanted.
It's almost as if a narrator had described the scene for you,
No,
exactly as
I
it
thought
were.
we could see it all. I thought it was like that way, but also like that way.
We have to choose one and then the other. And
We are at an impasse.
We're probably not going to come back and help this poor elf if we go down into the mines now.
Well, I thought we were going to kill all the Brigannox, and we're going to come back and be like, look, it's done. Then we're going to help old Adam to pull with the giant, and we're going to help this elf guy with the beacon.
Oh, you think this guy's not here?
I do believe we had made a choice that if once we get to the entrance to Motherhorn, should we have not found Gleam, we would then make our way back out, because assuming we would destroy an entire population of Brigannox, the mines would be empty.
Well, there's only half of them left now after Grickle and Torbeck.
Their blood would have stained the rocks completely, and we would have there would be no resistance to our leaving or coming and going, at which point we could then make our way towards the Cyclops beekeeper and attempt to find Gleam. But I am unsure which way in which she would have gone.
It's all very logical what you say, which is why here it won't work. If we go down into the mines, something will happen, and we'll never be back to help the elf man, and we'll be lost on some grand other alternative adventure.
So we're all going to put the blades in our mouths, we're going to crawl towards the elf man, we're going to slit his throat.
The elf man is here now. Let's just help him.
7 times if you count Pollinella.
We also can't crawl towards him. I mean, we'd look ridiculous crawling towards him in like 6 boats. I mean, that's
Well,
just
there's only
crazy.
one boat on
he's in the
the
middle
water,
of the
so-
water, I think.
We can just approach the man. We don't have to crawl towards him with daggers in our mouth.
I mean, it was just the way to do it all cool, like. You know?
No, daggers in the mouths for the Brigannox, not for this elf guy, all right?
Stop suggesting that.
Are we going to Minecraft this and all get in our own individual robots?
Because Torbeck's more comfortable with his claws, and he's also silent and almost invisible.
Torbeck is a very solid question. I am much more skilled with my rapier than I have ever been with a dagger. I use a dagger mainly to debone fish or to skin a rabbit here or there, but my rapier is really my weapon of choice.
Torbeck skinned a rabbit once.
Oh, yeah, where's the rabbit die?
Was it a dead rabbit?
No.
He was alive at the time.
Oh, he was under the water too.
And
man.
sentient.
He was screaming and drowning too.
Oh, begging for
I
his
know what you
life.
meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Torbeck still has his
I wouldn't call it a
scar.
rabbit.
I pull out the bloody blue, disgusting scar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that a rabbit.
The source book would call him a rabbit-like species.
I had
exactly
a
right.
very close friend once who had a scarf just like that.
Well,
Not
don't look
covered
at
in
it too
blood at the
closely,
time.
then. It's a different scarf and has to be.
Do we have to be worried about you keeping trophies of your kills?
That's the only one Torbeck
I
has
should
so
send
far.
him a letter.
Just
See
don't-
how he's doing.
No, don't think about it too much. Just let's move on.
Fine, we'll go talk to the prince, and I'll put away the throat slitter.
I agree, though, that if we have to kill the Brigannox, we should use our own talents. I, for one, use my mind. I have a dagger on me, but honestly, I woke up with it in the tavern at the beginning of this adventure, and I'm not sure why it's still in my inventory.
Well, goddamn, your character sheet.
Yeah, by default, it just popped into existence.
Rusty, you can use your mind to hold the dagger, man. Nobody's saying you gotta keep it in your teeth. It's just the way to do it cool, like.
The dagger floats out. Oh, yeah, no, that's quite easy. It's quite intimidating if I use it like this.
Yeah. You gotta use your paw beans to hold the jaw, though. That's non-negotiable.
I mean, I could just paralyze them, and then they would be in a mine prison.
And then slit the throats
Yes.
while they're in the mine prison.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were talking about locking them in a mine prison for just like in a ever-living prison of their own mind.
I'm not quite that advanced just yet. I'm still working on it.
Well, I feel like we gotta help this elf guy.
I agree.
Do you think he's mad?
I think he's actually very frustrated. I imagine that every time he puts a beacon to light, and then it gets, whooshed away by these pelicans. Pelicans?
That's an exercise, bud.
Peritons, yes.
Peritons, yes.
Close
But
enough.
why would so many peritons be encircling these beacons and preventing him from this game?
Oh, what if he really pissed off those Peritons?
Well, then we should take care not to also piss off those peritons. The last thing we want is for them to turn their attention from this fairy prince and turn their attentions to us, and then they're following us around, constantly blowing Gideon.
Yeah.
Doing what?
And you know what?
He is a fire creature. If they're
gonna blow
inclined to blow out flame, then they could follow us around and blow Gideon for hours on end.
What do they look like?
Puritans are actually very gentle and sweet beasties. Just because they have a taste for humanoid hearts and are very cruel, that's not their fault. It's how they was made or something.
I'm closing one eye as I try to duck hunt one of these Puritans. Just try to see like how far, trying to gauge how far away they are.
They're about 200 feet into the air, circling right now. They're incredibly high up, but you do see that as another one of these copper braziers is lit atop this beacon, that one after another they begin to plummet incredibly quickly. And by the time the Fey Prince boards the boat yet again and heads towards the next beacon, they've already snuffed out this flame as they shoot back into the air. This time you do notice that they hover a bit. They do seem to have noticed you, but they're not making their way towards you. And now as they ascend into the air, they don't go up nearly as high.
How many are there?
They are circling incredibly quickly. It's hard to tell, but you're imagining 5, maybe 6 of these creatures.
And how far away is this gentleman from us now? Would we be within yelling distance?
The lake itself is about 400 feet in diameter.
Oh, wow.
And he is, strangely enough, you notice that the boat is always going to the middle of the lake. And stops for a minute as he looks out over the edge. As you move closer to the edge of the water, you're able to get a better view of him. This is an entity, almost like akin to an elf. You've all seen elves before. Pointy ears, very similar, but his skin is almost a mossy green. Where hair would normally fall from his head are lengths of beautiful purple and pink wisteria flowers as they drape down his back. You see bits of moss and leaves and what even appear to be bits of bark embedded within his hair. And there is an air of regalness about him that you can't get a good look at his face. Even from this distance, it appears to be very attractive.
Torbeck was gonna ask if he was handsome.
He is very clearly handsome. Exactly what you would expect for a prince of some sort. As he leans over and looks down into the water, you see as the lengths of wisteria hair begin to fan out over the water, and just as quickly as he does so, he looks up, looks towards the next beacon, and makes his way over.
Is he like crazy magically handsome like the King of Hearts, or is he just like, he's a handsome guy?
He is magically handsome, but not crazy magically handsome.
Okay.
You know, like there's
a handsome guy.
Yeah, there's a scale. And he's like halfway on this scale, whereas like the King of Hearts was like off the scale.
We need an official Feywild tiered list of handsome beautiness.
Yeah.
Torbeck is requesting that. It's very important for Torbeck's immersion.
Well, we'll work on it later. I propose that we find out what is causing the Puritans to continue to put out the beacons by asking him. Very simply, if we do a favor, then
Why are they
by the
putting
rule
out
of
vegans?
Beacons.
Oh man, you think they were the vegan police?
Oh, they are the vegan police.
I thought they ate hearts.
No, they're putting out the vegan police because they say, hey, you can't eat hearts.
No, I see.
That's inhumane.
Or chicken parmesan.
Or chicken parm.
Or gelato.
Gelato's not vegan?
Milk and eggs, bitch.
Nice setup,
That's
dude.
very funny.
Nice setup. Okay, I feel like we need to make sure this guy looks like he's seen a rough time of it. I am going to approach him in a way that will put him at ease.
God, that's so good.
All right.
You're gonna approach him and you're gonna put him in ease.
Yeah, don't worry.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
He's a spring guy. I know what these elfie talks like. They are like aminals. And
I would say from this vantage point, it is easy to tell that if you had to guess a court for this Fae, it would be spring.
I know exactly what these spring fellas like.
I mean, I feel like he's got to be pretty fucking pissed off. Look, this is just downright Sisyphean what he's doing.
Huh?
Gesundheit.
It's Sisyphean, yes. I agree.
Are you gonna turn into some kind of like giant aqua creature and go swim up to him?
Is he in the water?
So there is
An island in the middle.
there is essentially what appears to be a crater lake that you are looking out onto.
Yeah.
And it is 400 feet in diameter.
Sick. Yeah.
And he is on a rowboat in the middle looking into the water, and then he rows towards one of these 8 Fey beacons.
Yeah.
There are stairs that encircle it. He climbs them. There's a copper basin at the top that he uses a
Like a
torch
lighthouse.
to illuminate. He climbs back down, gets back in the boat, goes out to the middle of the water. The Peritons extinguish the beacon, and he does it all over
And there's an
again.
island in the middle of the
There's
water?
no island. He's on a boat.
okay.
Oh, he's in the
So
boat.
He's
always
in a boat.
in the,
But
he's
he
always
always-
in the boat.
middle.
He stops there, and he
always
looks down
goes to
at
the middle
something.
and looks down
Okay.
into the water.
Oh.
Okay, and the only time he gets out of the boat is when he gets to a beacon and he walks up spiral steps and lights it and walks down
Exactly
spiral
right.
There's
steps.
no island in the middle. That was just the sun.
There could be treasure, though.
Okay. I can swim very easily.
Okay.
I want to walk into the water.
No, you do. You step into the water, and it is... The temperature here is the coldest that it's been in all of the Feywild that you've experienced so far. The constant drizzle of rain has dropped the temperature significantly, but as you step into this water, it feels warmer than you would expect. It's still cold, it's still chilly, but it's not freezing. Like, you imagine that you could swim in this and be comfortable. You could bathe in this and be just fine. The clearness of it is so pristinely crystal clear that you can see straight through as if there were no water here at all. Though you can feel it on your skin. It's dampening the length of your pants. You reach your hand in to cup some of the water, and it rushes through your fingers, and it's almost as if it had never been there. But it is the most crystal clear water you've ever seen.
You've caught Giardia. Congratulations.
Okay, guys, we don't need a boat. Where we're going, we don't need a boat. I'll pull up my ocarina.
Are you playing your ocarina?
Yeah.
Roll a performance check for me, please.
The Peritons
Oh,
swoops out
my.
of nowhere and kills you. Uh-oh. No, it does. You're dead.
I got an 11.
You immediately notice the Peritons. As the ocarina begins to sound, though the elf, who is now rowing towards another one of the beacons, doesn't pay you any mind. The Peritons, however, stop their circling, and they make their way over towards you, and you look up, and all of them are now circling overhead.
Over top of Gricko?
Are you summoning all of these, Gricko? This is part of your plan?
Oh, I probably should have. I turned into a plesiosaurus.
Damn. Okay, you do.
Oh my god! As I crash and I splash into the
Watch out, there's a fucking monster in the lake! Bang
What on earth is that creature?
Oh, hey guys, it's me. Look. Oh,
Oh, no, he did
no!
Gricko's signature move, man! He can't do it!
You can tell that it's Gricko. He's doing that
No,
thing.
it's just a big monster!
No, that's not Gricko.
We
He's
should-
doing that thing he always does.
Yeah!
We should probably kill it.
No, I think that is Gricko. Just one moment. I reach out with my
I
mind.
believe we should all put our blades
Hey, guys, it's
between our
me.
teeth, and we should crawl on the ground.
Oh, he can talk.
Hey, it's me. Yeah, it's 2024 now. There is a small vocal minority that's very upset that I can talk now. They're very cross about it. They're very upset about it.
Just so we know that you're still Griggo. What's Griggo's favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the day.
That's Gricko.
I kind of feels like on the equivalent of like a Tuesday. It might be a little bit of rum punch.
Rum punch ice
A
cream?
little bit of rum punch.
Okay, that suits Stormback. That's
That's
Griggo.
classic Gricko indecisiveness.
What have you turned into? What is this thing?
Oh, this is the infamous long-necked flipper fellow.
How do you know to do that?
When I got abandoned on a mysterious tropical island, I almost got eaten by many things. This is in my backstory.
I never read your backstory.
I mean, I don't even know what your backstory is. We've been best mates for a long time. Everybody hop on!
Are you sure about this?
Well, I mean, what else? You don't got no boat.
I thought surf was a 9th level spell.
Are you gonna be able to defend yourself?
Are you surf?
The birds are seeming very interested in you, and you smell briny, so perhaps they'll perceive you as food.
No, let's jump on him. I mean, he's a giant monster.
Inheritance!
notice-
I'm a monster just like you. We can be best mates. Help us out.
You notice that as Gricko changed into this new creature, that they lowered themselves just a little bit more as they're scoping out the situation. I'll roll a persuasion check to see if you
far are they?
convince them.
Do we
far
all,
are they
yeah,
presently?
and do we
I
all
would say they're
notice?
about 100
What are you,
feet
persuasion
up now.
or animal handling?
Persuasion, because you're talking to them.
Oh. 15.
They lower themselves down about another 50 feet. They're now 50 feet above you as they're circling you. You can see how incredibly large these birds are now. The gusts from their wings as they soar over you is for those of you with fur and hair, it is being blown this way and that. But they don't make any effort to lower themselves even further.
Hey, Greco!
Yeah.
Tormate doesn't want to tell you how to live your life, but if those things get any closer, you should try to eat them.
No, these Peritons and I are on very good terms. They're lowering me because they find my singing voice pleasant.
Roll a performance check at advantage.
As this is happening, I'm keeping an eye on the Elfman, and I want to see if this distraction is allowing him to light additional beacons.
Okay. 14. You begin to sing the song of your plesiosaurus people, and it's actually quite beautiful. You imagine that the sound of it underwater would be even more beautiful, but even above the water, it's almost haunting in the way that you're making these noises. And the Peritons seem to be really interested in it. They lower themselves even further. They're now about 20 feet off of the ground as they are beating their wings, trying to keep themselves aloft. And
I was waiting at the beach.
Are they huge?
They're-
Are they like massive?
they're very large.
I think they're.
I can
The one in
tell you.
Saltmarsh was
I can
huge,
tell you
wasn't it?
exactly.
I think I beefed mine up. I think
So they're medium sized, but they are monstrosities. They're still very big.
But like are we have to like hold on? From
But these
the
are like
wings?
these are like large human-sized birds. So like when you think about like a hawk versus what this is
Goliath
like
is a medium-sized creature.
yeah, exactly. They're huge for birds.
I'm gonna try to climb onto Gricko's back and hold on for dear life while these birds are flapping their wings.
And it's easy to notice that they are moving their heads in time with the song that Gricko is performing. Can you roll a perception check for me, Frost?
Oh.
You sure about this, Gricko?
We'll proceed.
How else are we gonna get across very quickly and in style?
And your dinosaur music is gonna counteract their inherent and primal hatred of humanity? Alright.
They love it!
I scamper up on his back
18.
if I can.
Cremmy, you just make the move, man. If they get too low, you let me know.
I've got about 5 seconds left. They get any fucking closer.
You watch as your friends, including Omnivore, begin to climb atop Gricko's plesiosaurus back. The Peritons now hovering 10 feet over your head as they seem almost hypnotized by the performance that Gricko is giving. As you see all of this happening, you glance out towards the lake and you see that that this Fey Prince is making his way towards a second beacon, the first illuminated. As he climbs up towards the second, he lights it. The first one still lit. He looks back. You see him for the first time do anything other than he's done this entire time as he looks back and he sees that first beacon still lit. And with a quickness, he sprints to the boat and begins to row towards the third, no longer making his way towards the center of the lake.
I think you're doing it. Keep singing.
Oh, we're doing. It's just like Hazy Maze Cave in Mario 64. Come on, fellas, get on.
Torbeck was gonna make an Earthbound reference, but no one will get it.
You can still try, Torbeck. I'll tell you get it once you make the reference.
Are you saying
all the roar?
all we gotta do is join you in singing and it'll protect this guy from the Paradins? I mean, is that the new move?
Oh, yeah, they loved... My whole theme is music calmed the savage beast. We must sing a song. Boop! Someone else think of something to sing that we could, so we don't lose our interest. They might get bored of the song.
I know a song from my child, from my boyhood days. I perform that. I don't really remember the lyrics very well, but I'm sure I could piece them together. I can't remember how it starts now that I think about it. Was it once on a summer's day, or was it late on an autumn eve? Oh, actually, I don't know. I'm not sure I could.
Why are you volunteering this information? You don't know a song.
Well, I do know it. I can't remember exactly how it starts.
Climb onto Grego's back, and then we'll try to make it our way to one of the beacons. I think we're on our way to solving...
Secret Lake. The Paradins are here. Come on, guys, help me out.
Roll a performance
Secret Lake.
And I'll say at advantage. Because you're putting your heart and soul into it, and because
you can
Gricko,
tell?
Yeah, I can tell.
At advantage?
At advantage, and because Gricko has also been singing.
What performance you say?
Yeah.
12.
It's not bad.
I got a +0 to performance.
The dice must like you because I rolled an 11.
Nice.
And so you watch as they drop to the ground completely. And completely encircling you now, you see as all of these Paradins begin to swing in tune to your Secret Lake song. You see as some of them open their beaks, and though they can't form words, there is almost a humanness to the movements that they're making. And the sounds that they try to produce, they're not... They can't hit the notes properly, but they're trying. It's very clear they're trying to sing along. You can see almost a sorrow, almost a sadness behind their eyes. And Gideon, you roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh.
Or an insight check.
$13.
Looking up at these massive creatures, you don't notice anything at first, but as you listen to the sounds that they're singing, as you watch the movements that they're making, you look into the eyes of the one closest to you, and you realize that those aren't avian eyes. Those aren't the eyes of a Paradin. They're humanoid.
Ugh.
What?
You gotta see their eyes?
No, oh my God,
Secret Lake.
Secret agent, man.
Secret agent, man.
I know a song that's long enough. That's very dramatic. The legend lives on from the Chippewa and down on the big lake they call Gittigumi.
Keep going,
Lake instead never gives up her dad when the skies of November turn gloomy.
What's November?
I sing the entirety of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Torbeck has several
By Gordon
questions.
Lightfoot.
Roll a performance check at advantage.
This is kind of
As the
banging.
singing starts, I go, what did you notice? Gideon?
Huh?
What did you notice?
Oh, their eyes, man.
Oh my God.
They're not weird bird eyes. They're like weird human eyes.
Could these be transformed people?
Well, I mean,
Perhaps some sort of beacon guardian.
well,
Oh, this song is a bop. And these Paradins are completely lost.
I shed a tear.
In their performance. The sounds that they're making are as close as they have gotten to singing along, but they are all getting into it. And I roll an insight check at advantage because of how well that performance went.
Whoa!
And I had a little bit of, some plesiosaur lapras type bellows. Yeah, some
I was
trills.
wondering if
Great
you were
word.
just
Great
Lapras.
word. Insight?
Yes.
Insight. Yeah, I look kind of like more cuter like a Lapras.
Yeah.
Oh man, 24.
As you perform and as you watch, you do notice what Gideon had mentioned, that their eyes are humanoid. And you also begin to see different things in their mannerisms that don't seem natural to this form. You're familiar with Peritons. You know how they move. You know what their instincts are like. And these entities seem much more humanoid. And the thing that you begin to notice now is they're looking around at you as they're performing along with you, almost as if they're looking for your recognition of the performance they're now trying to give back to you.
I'm going to presume that this song that Gricko, because it's Gricko, I presume that this performance is going to take 5 minutes and 58 seconds. And about halfway through, and putting the pieces together, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. And if they know common or language,
or gonna be overwhelmed in an instant.
I'm going to try and get a sense of how they are feeling about this.
If I can
get voices, I'm going to try to communicate with them in this way.
29. It's in the lyrics.
So you see this, Gricko. You notice these things. Frost, all the while, you glance back out towards the basin, and you see that 4 beacons have been illuminated. The 4th one having just been lit as this fairy prince makes his way back down towards the boat again, moving in such a hurry, constantly glancing back, clearly curious as to what's happening here on the shoreline, but determined to finish this task at hand. And as this happens, you push out this, and is there a radius for this, or is it certain?
It's 1 minute concentration. The presence of thoughts within of creatures within 30 feet of me that know language or are telepathic. So if they can't communicate because they're stuck inside of bird bodies, but if they have common or some other language, I would be able to hear that presumably.
Hear Torbeck screaming.
Quiet. So much screaming in your mind, Torbeck.
You push out this magic and everything quiets for a minute as the sounds of yawn fade into the distance, and you begin to pick up on the sounds of thoughts and only thoughts. You hear the thoughts of Torbeck, his stomach's grumbling, and he thinks he still has a bit of licorice in his pack somewhere, but he couldn't find it.
That's exactly right.
And so maybe if we have an opportunity, would anyone notice right now if he got the licorice, if he went to look for it? Maybe Cremmy took it. If he snuck up behind Cremmy and rummaged through his pack, would he notice right now? They all seem kind of busy.
I look over and I see Torbeck rummaging through his pack.
And you hear Gideon's thoughts as he's singing this song. He's making up line by line. Well, what's gonna come next? Well, what rhymes with that? Well, how many more things can I rhyme with Secret Lake?
2 rowers forbidden from one another.
Wait, have I already used that line already? All the while, you're hearing the thoughts of your friends, and then you begin to hear voices that you've never heard before. Oh, it feels like we're performing again on stage. If only they would notice that note I hit. It was spectacular. I'm a soprano again. I'm a soprano again. Can you believe it? And then you hear another voice. I thought I was going to die before I performed again. If my days are numbered, at least I have this. Yes. This one single memory, Molly. This one single memory. Oh, yes. It's lovely. All of us together again. Performing is fun. She thought she could best us with these bodies. But little did she know. We're still the greatest troupe of mamas the land has ever seen. And you hear bits of talk as more voices chime in, as what are clearly a group of, what you're able to piece together is a group of performers. A performing troupe that had incurred the ire of the old hag and had been turned into these forms and cursed to extinguish these beacons. But all they have in their hearts, all they want to do is perform. And all they long for are the cheers of an adoring crowd.
Damn.
I will lean forward after listening to this and knowing that we only have another 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in Gricko's song. I'll lean in to those not performing. Grammy, Torbeck, these creatures, I reached out with my mind. They're not monsters at all. These are...
What the hell?
They have the minds of performers. These have been transformed by the hag. They're
people.
These are mummers. Yes, they crave applause. They crave an audience, and they crave to be understood, to sing again. That's why they're being so distracted by these performances.
Oh, they're mummers?
Exactly
I
right.
met plenty of mummers. I know exactly what they love.
Why would a crowd get really excited for people who can't talk very loud?
No, kid.
What?
Hey,
It's not that impressive. You just go. Mama.
No, you're talking about mumblers?
That's a totally different thing.
That's what?
Kid.
What, man?
I'm embarrassed for
What,
it.
I mean, what the hell's a mummer?
A mama, they're like, I don't know, they're like carnival type folk. They're sort of our kin in a way.
They do pantomimes.
Yeah, they're just a little more flamboyant and gaudy than we are.
Well.
We can
Look who's the dumb
You
one
didn't
now.
know mummers. You didn't know mummers.
He's embarrassed for you.
I would bet anything that you were thinking about eating tubes again.
That may be true, but Torbeck also
No, you don't
knows
know
what
about
a mummer
mummers.
is.
No, you
Yeah?
don't. No, you don't.
Eating tubing and knowing what mummers is what Torbeck does.
Okay, mummers versus mumblers.
Not
Okay.
even close, dumbass.
Grammy, do you have Torbeck's licorice?
Why would I have it?
That's right. Okay. Now, we need to address these Peritons, and we need to Peritons. I know you're not actually Peritons. That you've just been transformed into your. I can sense your thoughts, and I understand that you are actually fantastic theatrical performers inside. Please let us help you.
Are you continuing to perform, or is Frost just talking at them?
All these verses are really similar.
They're continuing to sing.
Still bang it out.
What's Detroit?
Roll a persuasion
In a
check
musty old hole in Detroit.
at
they pray.
advantage because of the performance.
What the fuck is Detroit?
14.
What the fuck is in Detroit?
They pick up the pace. They begin to make noises louder. They're trying to mimic the trills and sounds that Gricko is making. They're squawking and garbling, but they're doing their very best. All the while, you can hear the voices in your head. Did you hear that? He said that he could help us. Well, I don't want to stop the performance, though. I'm finally performing. And they seem so focused on performing and hoping that this ends with a round of applause that though they seem to have heard you, they don't motion towards you in any way, and they just amp up their experience.
We have to let them finish, and when they do finish, everyone applause, and we'll make them our allies.
Do we have to let them finish? I mean,
Just be nice.
couldn't we?
Be nice. We could actually make a happy resolution of this, assuming that the elf man, when he finishes lighting that final beacon, doesn't create...
Oh, watch
That
some
was
of that.
gonna
Oh, we gotta wave. We
That was
gotta
gonna be
wave.
my question is how many beacons are
5
as we're-
beacons
Oh,
in
and we
total.
need 7
Of 8?
for
He needs 8.
8.
Is that what they call it on the Feywild?
What?
A happy resolution?
Yes. Well, what are you talking about? Oh. No, I hear it now.
Frost, you inside their heads, man. That's sick.
Yeah,
When
you
the
can't say
gales
anything
of
here.
November come early.
Keep saying November. No one knows what that is.
Oh gosh, that's it.
Oh, we got to the end of the song?
Oh, we got to the end of the song.
Oh, no!
What? I need to have a song.
Oh, well, I remember one song. Oh, well, good.
Oh, good job, Gricko.
I would like you to roll a group persuasion check at
Bravo,
advantage.
Go in the Peritons.
Oh, man. I'm
I'm crushing it,
bro.
Wow.
Need some decent.
This
How
is
do you feel about it?
persuasion.
It's
Oh, sorry.
Very quite easily. Remember when I rolled at advantage?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is straight?
I haven't seen that in a long
At
time.
advantage.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
21.
Okay.
11.
20.
7.
7.
You also got a 7?
You also got a 7?
No, I got 21.
Oh.
I just wanted to say 7.
Wait, so 21,
11.
20, 11, 7, and 7.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, wow, that's 5. Okay.
What on for you? Like a 26?
Oh, hold on.
Omnivore got a 40. Thanks, Omnivore.
Okay, now I will roll for him.
Oh my god, a 38! Whoa!
Well, is Caprice here?
His proficiency bonus is 22.
He's at advantage, so that didn't help. You all begin to clap and cheer, and as these Peritons begin to hear the sound of the clapping, your magic begins to fade away. But the last thing you hear is, the applause, they love us. Listen, they love us. And they all begin to move forward and they attempt to bow. They begin to preen about and show off their feathers. And as you continue to clap and cheer, they all seem incredibly happy. And then they begin to start performing again. And you watch as they start to do an almost synchronized dance, beating their wings in tandem with each other, almost like synchronized swimming, but with flight. You notice that they leap up into the air and they do acrobatics, and then they, all the while, you're watching what appears to be a story of a performing troupe that makes its way to Motherhorn and becomes the greatest troupe in all the land. They're very, very, very good.
It's interpretive.
It's interpretive, okay?
That's very obvious.
Very obvious. As they make their way to Motherhorn and perform, they become the greatest troupe in all the land.
themselves and then at Motherhorn.
So good that their influence is negatively affecting Bitter End. She becomes resentful and angry, and as they gain renown, she has to punish them, and she locks them away. But people are unhappy. They want their performing troupe back, and they beg her to release them, free them. She does, with a catch. They're free to sail the skies, but never again to perform. They're cursed to circle the beacons and prevent her one prized possession, a Prince of Spring, from ever leaving Yon. And they're trapped here, little do they know, until the prince escapes. And it is as they finish this performance and they land, they all begin to take a bow as they wait for the applause. And as you begin to cheer and applaud,
Where'd they get all those puppets?
you see a large pillar of light, zoom, 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 as the 8th beacon is lit. all of the lights shoot towards the sky, and the mirrored glass, or the mirrored water that you're on, almost turns to glass. You feel yourself no longer sinking down into its depths, but you see, now that you are standing atop of it on the plesiosaurus body of Gricko, you see that it is like glass beneath you, like a mirror, and it is not reflecting the skies of Yon, but a beautiful wooded forest, so dense and so green, the lands of the Court of Spring. Off in the distance, you see a beautiful pearlescent castle shining in the sunlight. The trees themselves coated in wisteria and moss. It is very clearly the realm from which this prince has come. And you look off in the distance. He pays you no mind as he strolls to the very center of this lake, where you see a prismatic archway has appeared. Thorny vines wrapped up around it, framing the archway. He reaches out and touches the face of it, and you can see the prismatic mist on the inside ripple. He sticks his hand through, and as he pulls it out, you can see that he's pulled a frond from his home out into his hands. You can hear the sounds of him choking back sobs as he realizes he's finally on his way home. He turns towards you, and though you have never spoken, though you do not know his name, he knows what you've done for him as he raises his hand and he waves to you. And in almost a silent acknowledgement, you feel a tethered connection to this entity. You have saved his life, and a Fey debt is owed. Should you ever come into contact with this entity again, you imagine that that could come in handy as he nods towards you, acknowledging this connection that you now have between all of you, as he steps through the shimmering portal and disappears.
They did. Okay.
As you look down into the mirrored glass beneath you, you see the prince appear. He is on the pathway heading towards the castle. He looks over his shoulder as if looking out to see the land that he had come from, and you can see the look on his face that portal is no longer there. He is home. And he turns and begins to walk towards the castle as the water begins to shimmer and shift, and the surface begins to turn back into liquid.
How do we find you?
Oh, we didn't get his name.
Oh,
The Peritons all, they look around. They look horrified for a moment as they realize what's happened. They have failed. They did not do that which they were tasked to do. And they allowed the Fey beacons to be lit. They all begin to ascend into the sky, but their wings aren't working. They begin to fail on them. They begin to panic as they start to whoosh this way and that. They're not able to gain flight. You begin to notice that feathers are disappearing from them. Their sizes are beginning to shrink. They're trying to climb higher and higher into the sky, but it's to no avail as they begin to realize what's happening. They begin to circle around the water, slowly getting lower and lower and lower before about 5 feet above the water, all of them turn back into their humanoid forms, and with splashes they land in the middle of the lake.
Can y'all swim?
You hear screaming and yelling as
Let's go!
Go, Grigo!
I'll take my jacket off. I'll take my hat off. I'll roll up my sleeves. I'm taking my shoes off. Oh, damn.
It's 10 minutes. They lace up all
I'm good enough. And I dive in, and I try to at least save one.
I try to keep my back, my hump, my Loch Ness monster hump. If I had a really cool shell like Lapras, that'd be cool. But anyway, I keep my back above the water so everyone can stay on, and just try to basically get there as quickly as I can without. That was the opposite of breaching, submerging.
You begin to swim towards the middle of this, and you find all of them as they are completely soaking wet, still covered in some of the remaining feathers from their Periton forms have spread out around the water and have begun to stick to their bodies. And you begin to pull them out. They aren't paying too much attention to you as they're fighting with each other before they realize that they're not fighting with wing anymore. They're fighting with arm and hand, and these are all what appear to be humans.
You're back to yourself.
They don't look special in any way.
Got him.
Oh my god. We failed. But we somehow survived.
Yes, we found that the punishment is really the commitment to doing what you did. As soon as you let things go, you were freed, and you're now back to your normal selves. You could have done this a long time ago if you had stopped putting the beacons out.
But she knew. She knew the only thing that would get us to stop our mission was a performance. Wicked, wicked thing she is.
Yes, she plays her mind tricks, and she had you all fooled quite nicely.
Martin, are you alive? And you see that there is a soggy old man clutching
I pull him
on.
up by the scruff from my teeth. Are they naked or do they have clothes?
No, they're wearing clothes.
Okay, I'm pulling up
they're wearing their
his
performance
clothes with my
outfits.
teeth, and I reach around.
Don't pick him up like that.
That's his penis, Grico.
Giant Lapras creature, unhand my penis.
What is the cry?
This is the Feywild manifest.
You know what? We're
What
changing
is
it.
my crime? Going for a delicious
All of them are
swim.
wearing clothes, except for Martin, the old man.
Starbucks next!
As you throw him onto the back of Grico's new form, and he is shivering and cold as the woman slowly moves over to him, and she wraps her cloak around him and tries to keep him warm. I'm so happy to see that you're still alive. Well, yes, but if I had died, At least I went out with a bang, Molly, am I right? And she reaches in and she gives him a quick peck on the cheek. Absolutely, darling. You were spectacular. You carried the entire troop. We couldn't have done it without you.
You were all excellent performers.
Thank you.
Just using your bird-like bodies, you were able to convey that entire story about your origins. It's remarkable.
Well, we had, to be fair, we'd been practicing it for many, many years, but we never thought we would have anyone to perform it for. The prince never even looked up at us long enough to even recognize when we were practicing.
He was very focused on leaving, and I'm sorry that you felt the need to try and stop him, but do you have any idea what his name is, why he was trying to leave, what his goals are?
Oh, we know tons of things about him, yes.
And then they die.
Martin! No, he's still alive.
We can give you all the information. I'm gonna start flippering back to shore. I'm gonna start it, and then I'll beach myself, and I'll kind of like do the little shimmy, the sea turtle shimmy.
I love the sea turtle.
I'll swim back to shore.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Grickle. I'm Nolinda. Don't look like this.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely to meet you.
I'll like take my shirt off and my pants. I'll just be in my underwear, and I'll start hanging it. Is there like a tree nearby that I can hang up my clothes?
There are a few barren trees. The wind has completely blown the leaves off, but you find more outcroppings of rock than anything else. You find enough places to be able to hang up your cloaks or any waterlogged pieces of gear and clothing and begin to set them out.
I'll go just kind of set up a campfire in that area if there's like some if it's kind of like decayed wood, and I can gather some stuff together so we can dry out, and they can kind of gather around.
Thanks, kid. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Do you even realize that you lot would turn into hideous, shrieking, heart-eating, harpy-like monsters?
No.
Just like my ex-girlfriend.
Of course we knew. Oh, bitter end was bitter in the end, and she could not stand that we had such a following.
Yes.
We think the bitter end sucks.
So do we.
We hate her. We're trying to stop her and kill her or something. We spared her sisters for some reason.
We'll
it's not very
probably
clear
just
why.
end up making a deal with her.
No!
That's what we did with all the others, man.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, shame on you again for very clearly taking advantage on people who are very easily fooled.
That's true.
She better not fool us again.
Well, this worked out well. Everybody had, it worked out. The guy went home. These people are back to humans. Things are looking up.
Yeah, so y'all are mamas, huh?
Yes.
How long have y'all been transformed? Do you have any sense of that?
It feels like forever, but I imagine 50 years?
Oh my God, in all my years I've met a whole bunch of mamas, and there's one thing that mamas love more than performing, and that's drugs. Y'all must be fiending right now. Anybody got any opium or wood alcohol?
Oh, yeah, I happen to have both right here.
I could probably squeeze out a little Witchlight.
Oh, man.
We got some stars.
I always got the flask on me, man.
Something from my fingertip.
They're like jazz musicians,
What is happening?
Man.
I can't speak for the rest. I mean, Martin was a little crazy in his younger days, but the rest of us are fairly straight-laced.
Are you...
Well, I'll be.
Just the opium, then.
Nothing
hard. Just the opium, huh?
Have you aged in your bird form?
No.
So you're the age that you were when you were transformed?
I'm exactly as I was.
Well, that's something.
The last time I remember.
So you just lived 50 years flying around putting out beacons?
Yes, poor Mavis.
I'm shocked that you're able
What
to
happened to
talk right now.
Mavis? Is Mavis dead?
What? No, she's right here. And you see there's clearly...
Oh, I need a smoke.
That looks like a bird who knows how to do some opium.
I'll take that opium. That one doesn't look to be a day over 150.
That doesn't happen.
No, I mean, it does. That happens exactly like that. You're all welcome to have a mummer.
Well, we don't have any drugs for you,
I'm
but...
so rude. I haven't introduced.
not even a-
I've obviously introduced Martin, and this is Mavis. I'm Molly. This is Maeve.
Thank you.
Matthew, Morgan, and Mudge.
Hey everyone, they call me Mitsu.
Well, this is great. Everybody's just so happy that
Yes.
everybody just survived.
I don't know. Well, did we do the? I mean, we did the thing first. I mean, is it now the tunnels?
No.
or
We have a favor from the Spring Court elf person that we were allowed.
How do you know that? He just disappeared in the
I
water.
felt it innately, and also we're in the Feywild. Don't you remember the rule of reciprocity?
Well, yes, the rule
That's
of
basically the rule.
reciprocity would say that, considering the great deed you've done for him, and really he's royalty, the entirety of the Spring Court, I imagine the favor you've gained today is quite large.
And we were able to help you transform back, and for that favor, I propose that you tell us everything that you know about how to perhaps defeat Bitter End, if defeat the hag, and all of this.
Yes.
And all of this?
Yes.
Yep.
If
Please,
we can,
pretty please.
any information that you can give about her whereabouts, or her habits, her weaknesses, her fears, her where she sleeps at night, these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, she's horrified
Her
of the
allergies.
eclipse.
Oh yes, allergens.
So that's a fear of hers.
What was that?
She's horrified of the eclipse.
The eclipse.
Yes,
Of the
the
moon.
eclipse.
Gosh, I've never read Berserk. I don't know what the hell the eclipse is about.
She had every copy of the manga burned.
Gosh, I never had my chance.
Those are the worst kinds of people.
I mean, burning
I don't even know who
just...
Griffith is. I feel so out of the loop.
And you never shall.
Oh, man.
You know, I've always wanted to be balls deep in Incubus. I mean, Succubus.
What was that?
Sorry, no, don't worry about it.
What?
And aside from this, she has her ori of tragedies that tells her the future, so she always knows what's to come. That's the reason she's afraid of the eclipse. It spoke of her demise beneath one. And let's see, what else is there? She loves performances. There are performances. Mudge, do you still have the program from Mother Moon?
Mudge!
Thank you, Mudge. Yes, it looks like it is.
Classic Mudge! Mudge is a Pokemon?
Yes. Well,
Mudge hasn't lost it. Mudge!
I can't.
Mudge.
I can't say that all of these are still running, though. She did not like to change the schedule unless something truly spectacular came to play. So, there are a few things that we're playing. When A Tragedy of Twilight was playing. Love Unsoiled. Finding no suitor among the living, a maiden looks towards the unliving. That was quite gory and gruesome, really. A Village No More. Blight Straw's Fall. This was her favorite, one of Endelyn Moongrave's favorite plays, of course, in which her sister meets tragedy's end. And Island of Death in an Ocean of Tears. She really does love her tragedies, plays that make one weep. And that leads to the next thing. You can keep this should you want
thank you.
it. As I said, I can't be positive that any
quite
of them
nice.
are still on schedule.
I'm dripping like
Should
water
you-
all over it.
Should you
stop
find
it. Stop it.
yourselves
I'm
in
trying to read
Motherhorn, the best way to get into her good graces would be to have a play at the ready to debut on stage. She's always looking for new talent.
Again?
So should you be some sort of band of thespians, you could find yourselves quite at home, especially if you needed a ruse all the while to get closer to her.
We
The
don't really
more-
get along with those.
The more, well, we get along just fine. You helped us.
No,
Guys!
don't say that.
Guys, you know what this means, right?
But
We can finally,
Huh?
we can do
Huh?
the greatest
Huh?
What?
play of all time.
Okay.
All right.
We can just do cats.
Oh,
Yeah!
Cats?
you
Are
have
you kidding me?
terrible ideas.
Are you fucking kidding me, Torbeck?
What? No.
I'm a giant plesiosaur.
I'm not sure I'm well suited for
I know
cats.
it's cats. I don't care if cats was remarkable for its time. It's just a bunch of different cats showing up, introducing themselves, and moving on. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
what the fuck is a jellicle cat? That's not even a
It's
thing.
not even a thing. And
It's
then
made up.
they're all trying to die. They all want to die.
Well, it's a metaphor, you know.
Oh, it's a dumb fucking metaphor.
Cats
man.
is only marginally better than Phantom of the Opera 2 Adventures at Coney Island.
Oh, Torbeck loved that one.
Give me the gun, man.
Yeah, we need a gun. That was Torbeck's favorite part. Torbeck was like,
says he's
man,
the
Torbeck wish
plesiosaurus.
Torbeck had a gun. Well, if you guys don't like that, then what are we gonna do?
Well, we
you
obviously.
will want to have a troupe name. It's the only way to make yourselves look professional. Stage names would be necessary, of course, and well, it would be a lot of planning, but truly, if you want to make your way into Motherhorn without causing a big notice, showing up as the traveling band of thespians is going to be your best choice.
Oh,
Don't you worry.
Yes,
You may not know. You may not notice about
I got
me.
water in my ears.
I may not look it on account of being a 350-foot crustacean from the Paleozoic era.
How do you know all those things? But you don't
But
know
I'm
the
actually an acclaimed award-winning playwright, and I am a very skilled mummer myself. Behold, the North remembers, Sir Davos. The North remembers, and the mummer's fast is almost done.
The mummer
My
what?
son is home. And sing. That's some cold-blooded shit to say to a motherfucker while you pretend to take a giant shit.
All eight of the mummers applaud you. They all seem enraptured by you. Even Mudge.
Mudge! I've seen better, you're right, Mudge.
Something about Mudge is not right. Something about Mudge isn't right.
Torbeck is unsettled by Mudge.
Yeah, she likes to rock around on all fours and scream.
There's a pattern here. All of these programs, every one of these shows is a terrible tragedy. We're gonna have to think, if we're gonna perform something, we're gonna have to think of something truly sad, something truly dark, something truly heart-wrenching.
What's the saddest story anyone's ever seen or heard or read?
It has to be sad?
That's
Well,
terribly sad.
The tragedy of the epic tale of Sir Morgo is quite tragic on account of the loss of
Yeah, we already did that.
her dear friend-zone friend. So
Oh
we
yes,
go on.
if it's already been performed, you
It's a tacky
cannot
rerun.
you cannot bring it to bitter end.
I mean, I
If
wouldn't mind another chance. I really
If
fucked up
she
the song the
finds
first time.
out that you're performing a rerun on her stage, you'll be executed.
King Lear's pretty depressing. We can look at that one.
has she seen Air Bud?
What the fuck?
That's really sad.
Can you transform into a dog?
I don't think I can.
I
I don't think I've ever seen a dog.
No,
Because the Airbud is not any. No, I think you're confused.
no, Air Bud, and then the judge makes the dog choose between a clown and a kid, and the clown's got the newspaper.
That's a
man.
happy ending.
No, but it's all sad all the way up to the ending.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the plague dogs?
Oh, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Oh no!
No?
What about Once Upon a Forest? That's pretty fucking miserable.
That's really fucking miserable and depressing. Oh my god.
Is there a stage version of Watership Down we can do?
That's getting closer.
Yeah, that's God. Ugh.
Well, if we want to dip back into the class struggle theme of the first province, we could do Les Mis.
That one's also pretty depressing.
How about we just pick a name, get some costumes, show up, and like attack her? We just gotta get in the building. We don't have to do a whole daggone play again.
We need to sell it.
We have to sell it.
Well, let's get a good costume, Frosty.
Look at where we are. We're contractually obligated to do this show now.
Exactly right. We have a play bill, Gideon.
No, we don't. No, he's got a play bill.
I'm a singing plesiosaur.
There are all sorts of popular performers that are doing this. We're gonna have to do it too. Look, A Tragedy of Twilight. Robert Pattinson is in this.
Holy shit, she got Robert
I think he's
Pattinson.
super underrated, you know?
I think he's
I
great.
do.
I look.
I forgot I had this.
Oh.
I really wish the man bat had a better third act.
Yeah,
That really
It ran
sucks.
a little long.
It was so good for so
They
long.
should've
It should have just
wrapped it
ended
up.
20 minutes early and it would have been perfect.
And it's kind of like, you know, what's he doing just out in public, like helping a bunch of normal
Why
people?
did it turn into a
Yeah,
disaster?
it's like all of a sudden
Suddenly?
he's like a real superhero, like a
Yeah.
fucking firefighter or something.
Yeah, it's like, no, you
That's.
Oh, he's a first responder saving people from the flood.
That
Great.
fucking sucks.
You know, this notice indicates that Endlin is looking for... This notice is looking for actors. Endlin Moongrave put out her own notice very specifically looking for talented actors to join her delightfully tragic blaze.
Yo. But we have an in already. We know that old Snake June is there right now.
And one of those little girls is up there. She just climbed a mountain. I mean, if she didn't succumb to
there's
the
no
elements or Tornado Rex.
Tormek forgot about that.
She definitely succumbed to
Likes that
Tornado
reference. Yeah.
I wonder how many of our audience members understands that reference.
Very
Probably a little
few.
tun too young.
Very few.
If she didn't succumb to the elements or Tornado Rex, I think that she might be there too.
Alright.
Like Yasha or something, or Pasha, or
Masha? Misha?
Misha? No, Misha was the other girl. We just left her. If we sent her to the woods with the pig.
Oh yeah, she went to the woods.
Oh boy. We could do the tale of that one green troll.
Who?
And he had like a whimsical companion who would talk and loved waffles.
Oh yeah, I mean that really.
That's a great soundtrack.
Tormek doesn't think that one's very
soundtrack,
sad, though, or tragic. It's kind of funny.
Well, I'm not doing a Scottish accent. I don't think the rest of you can do a Scottish accent. So I
Oh,
think that's
why
right
you
out.
had to be the lead?
We can do
You're
it.
green.
Yeah. Wounds. Wounds.
Wounds.
Wounds.
No, it's not even close.
Wounds.
I clawed it. I had it. I haggis.
I never knew. I never.
Okay.
Tobek's
I'm
honestly
close.
the closest.
I never knew. No.
Okay.
That one's
That
out.
one's out. That one's out.
And that's not sad at all.
Well, I mean, it is kind of sad, as in the sense of like the whole moral of the story was about not letting first appearances and your appearance kind of make you judge people, but they spend the whole time making fun of the main villain because he's short.
Yes. We
That is
discussed
kind
it.
of sad. Yeah, we
the
discussed
definition.
this,
The
yeah.
definition of irony.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
right.
three years ago we talked about this.
Yeah.
Well, and he just looks like Michael Eisner, so there's this weird, like,
Oh,
IRL
yes.
beef that sort of takes me out of it, too, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely
The
supposed to
tragedy
be
of Jeffrey Katzenberg is one we don't want to touch, probably.
Oh, no, that's just
Yeah.
more cruel and
Yeah,
violent.
yeah, definitely. Okay, that one's out.
Okay.
Gosh,
What
We have
else
to-
we
we have
this
to
got?
is hard. Okay, hold on.
Something truly tragic. A walk to remember. No.
No. We already did the tragedy of Wigglewog.
We could. I have not performed with you before, but I'm a talented performer, I believe. We could do the Notebook.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Not a chance. No, that's too sad.
Tormek will never sit through that ever again.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Especially not in the presence of other humanoids. You think Tormek's pathetic now? Goodness gracious.
Yeah. We'll do Brokeback Mountain. That's the perfect suggestion for this particular campaign. We won't take that seriously at all.
Yeah, Brokeback Mountain.
Okay, there's got to be some great tragedies.
Do we need to decide right now? I mean, I think now we know sort of our general plan.
Of course not. I would suggest that you're more than prepared the moment you're charging to Melahorn. The moment you even get within distance of the place, she has eyes everywhere. You want to make sure you're in character. Method acting, of course. Mudge is a method actor.
Mudge! Oh, you're right, honey. Who else but Mudge? Mr. Krabby.
Yes.
Every time Mudge chimes in, Tormek gets more scared. Tormek really doesn't like Mudge.
Mudge, you mind standing over there? Thank you, Mudge. you go, Dorvic. You can stop cowering.
Jinky got Mudge as a method actor. Looks to Derek. Derek, Mudge.
All right.
He just gets me, guys. He gets me. I can count on him.
Well, I don't see why we have to plan this now. We have a bunch of Briganauts to kill.
All right. Oh man.
I want to shoot to animate Mudge.
Oh my God, Mudge! I can't wait for that.
Well, yes, there's no need to solidify the plan right now. As long as you have a rough idea of what you plan to do, and as I mentioned, stage names and a troupe name, and you obviously need costumes. You need to look unified in some way.
I have my flipper up.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could we figure all out after we kill a bunch of Briganauts?
I don't care when you do it.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Are you gonna be around here, or are you like going away forever after we leave?
Well, I think we're going to light the beacons and we're going to go home.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, that's really smart.
Where's home
Good
for
idea.
you?
Oh wait, just anybody who lights these beacons just gets to do whatever they want?
Well, if you light all of the beacons, a portal's created and it returns you to the place your heart desires.
So you're saying we can go home?
We want to go home.
Like right now? Wait, where's home for y'all?
Oh, yeah. Are you following us?
No, I'm just curious. I mean, maybe.
We're just making conversation.
Yeah.
You know what Torvek's heart desires right now?
What, alcohol?
Yes.
Strawberry milkshake?
Yes. But also that Mudge state of Periton.
I was just gonna say, don't let Mudge light any of them beacons, because you know her heart is fucked up. You know, if she lights the beacons, you know that like is taking them straight to somewhere weird.
Oh, to horrible dark desires. Torvek can see it on its ugly face.
Okay, all right, Mudge, let's get out of here. I got you saddled.
Holy shit.
Told y'all mamas were free.
I hope Mudge.
Oh man,
Torvek wishes nothing but horrible ill will upon ye.
these guys are way better than mumblers.
That's true. That's true. I don't know where you've seen mumblers in an assembly like that. That doesn't make any sense, but definitely better.
But no, to answer your question, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but until we came here, we were small time. We performed we performed at a little inn called the Honey Pot.
Been there.
The Honey Pot.
Yes.
Is that on the
In
Prime
Beaver
Materials
Creek.
link? Where is this place? Is it in the Feywild?
No,
No.
it's not. No, it's in.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, the honey pot. No, it's not.
Didn't
Beaver Creek.
we do a show? Didn't we do a stint at Beaver Creek or something?
Oh yeah, we've been in Beaver Creek.
I think
I thought
we
the
did,
I thought the
yeah.
honey pot was it was south of there, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Was it near Gristmill?
I think that was all probably retconned.
Oh, well, never mind.
Who can say?
Well, Plesiosaurus Grico can say it.
I have a very particular set of knowledge of certain things.
He's 350 feet long, and he existed 205 million years ago. I mean, the guy knows things.
Paleolithic, whichever was it? Mesozoic?
From Mesozoic, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 350-foot tall crustacean from the Mesozoic. I just need about 350, that's all I need.
Oh, what's next? Torvek wants to get away from Mudge. God! Please, anything to move along.
Well, what can you tell us about that prince? Where can we find him?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm assuming that he went back home to the Spring Court, so you'd have to travel there.
Got a name?
The Spring Court?
No.
Oh, for the
him.
prince.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Alaric Greenteeth.
Laura Green Teeth. All right. He do anything embarrassing or anything while y'all will follow him for 50 years?
I mean, constantly trying to light beacons, knowing that we were going to...
Yeah.
Did he do anything else?
No.
Years?
50 years?
You mean he was in that boat for 50 years and you were right over top of him? He didn't do anything embarrassing.
No.
He didn't do anything weird, like real freak shit?
I feel like he'd have to stop to use the bathroom.
No.
I mean, he's of a kingdom. He's a prince. He's definitely got degenerate
He
conditions.
shit in the boat, didn't he?
No, I don't think he defecated even once in 50 years.
How's that possible?
He would have drowned on his own poisons.
His body must be working at 100% efficiency at all times.
Yes, he's a fey creature. He's a prince.
Some Aladdin shit right
He didn't
there.
need to sleep for 50 years?
No.
He didn't come down from one of the beacons and sort of stumble and then fall a little awkwardly into the boat in 50 years?
No, he
Once
always
pick
moves
his
so
nose,
gracefully.
Not even one time.
No.
Oh my God.
Why are you picking your nose while you're asking this question?
This Dorbeck's done it like 18 times today. And you're telling me the prince didn't do it one time?
Mudge, why are you standing behind Torbeck?
Gringo, help!
Oh no! No, you gotta say a favorite calming phrase. Yargalo Naslugarov. Return to your ancient slumber, Mudge. Return to your ancient slumber. Give yourself a dust bath in the sand, as per your nature.
Please! Mr. Krummy, please!
Your
Dorbeck
sloggerings,
hates
no Sagarov.
this.
All right, y'all can get going. Go on home now. Go on home.
All right.
I gotta cook dinner.
Go away, Mudge!
Mudge stands behind you. She puts her arms in the air and she starts dancing. And she's doing the female orc dance from World of Warcraft.
Isn't that also just Shakira?
Go away!
Perhaps
And that's
you have
the thing.
a smell or something.
You never know which of her lazy eyes to look into.
Dorbeck doesn't know who you are, but command this creature away from Dorbeck!
Your Shaw, back to the plains of Yugar.
And with that, they all mount Mudge's saddle.
Oh my
and
God.
they rush towards the beacons.
Hook
and
themselves onto their skins.
Go away!
Well, that's a nightmare.
The moment that they start to ride off,
Rest in piss, you little freak! Don't come back!
Oh, if she rests in piss, she'll slumber for 300 years.
That was awful!
but you hang out by the water's edge as they light the beacons, and then the water turns to glass beneath you, and you see what looks to be this really quaint inn. The sign on the inn has definitely changed. No longer called the Honey Pot. It's hard to read. You can't tell in the water. But there's some inn in Beaver Creek that they make their way back to as they walk through that same archway and disappear into the material plane.
Sneed's feed and seed, formerly Chuck's.
Yes, that's exactly what it said.
Guys, Dorbeck's not sure that Mudge was always like that. There's probably something went wrong with the curse breaking.
Everyone else seemed immune to the 50 years of being parasites. Perhaps Mudge was actually the most intelligent of all, but degraded terribly over the course of half a century.
I
God!
don't know. None of them were phased by it at all.
Just looking upon Mudge increased the violent nature of Dorbeck to bounds you wouldn't believe.
I've never seen you so affected by another creature. This is remarkable.
Yeah, Torbeck. You said some
Dorbeck
fucked up shit.
wanted
It was
to
Mudge.
hurt Mudge.
Well, she's gone now.
Yeah,
Torbeck.
yeah. Unpack that a little bit.
And look, here's the thing. I don't think any of them make it through the night. I can tell they were going through a draw. It was just hitting.
Yeah,
And unless they
yeah.
find opium quick, their
I
organs
mean,
are
that
gonna shut
Sneed
down.
shop did seem pretty sketchy, so
That's
maybe
true.
it's just right around the corner, you know?
Now what?
Who wants waffles?
You've been very quiet, Andapor.
I'm shocked that. I appreciate you all greatly, and I think of us as very close friends, but I am quite shocked, not just as the DM's NBC right now, but that you managed to accomplish that organically the way that it needed to be accomplished right away.
We didn't encounter, boys.
Yeah. Wait, by the module?
By the
Look at
module,
all
their,
right there.
their performance. Yeah.
Druid.
And you distract them with performance. So yeah, I mean, obviously the little bit changed because it's me, but
Oh, is that
but-
official?
But
Congratulations. Draco.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
I can't believe Wizards of the Coast would put an NPC like Mudge into a module like that. That's a nightmare.
They
That's
didn't.
crazy.
Torek has a strong letter to write.
Did you need to include the saddle?
What the fuck?
No, well, it wasn't. Okay, it was kind of my book. It was kind of my book. They did the performance there, right?
in the
They
margins.
clapped for them,
the
and they
margins.
liked it. Okay, they did it.
No, it's so easy. All we have to do is do things by the book, and we'll be able to get through this adventure in perhaps 2 more sessions instead of 20.
You know what they say about doing it by the book?
Yeah?
You know they say it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake, and if the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book, and you don't want to be lazy. Do you ever hear that old parable?
I've heard that song before, but it's usually overlaid with another song that I can't repeat at this time.
I don't remember that one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, Derek, really?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Fucking thank you.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
that was not him for me either.
I mean, I get the reference. And I knew that he was going to.
Thank you,
I know he was going to make that reference. Okay, well, I guess I better heave myself over to the mine and start killing. Although I feel like this form isn't very suited for the Brigandite mine.
Well, can you mix it up?
Oh, I'm so tall right now, though.
But let's say you move around on land.
You watch as a trail of blood begins to appear beneath him as the sand begins to rip away at the soft underside flesh of his plesiosaur's body.
No, Gringo, stop! You're bleeding! Stop!
That's foul. Oh. Why don't you let us do the throat slit first, and then by the time we're done, you'll be there.
Oh, look at his flipper. He's going to be able to cover at least 20 mouths with that thing.
His insides begin to spill out all over the ground.
Guys, look, weird snakes.
Oh,
Gregor, those are your intestines. Those are your small and large intestines.
I collapse out as then tumble into my small goblin form.
All right, fellas, what are you feeling? I'm taking requests
Oh, well.
for once.
Oh.
No.
You know what?
Can I please have a cheese pot, extra long one?
Ooh, long woman, fucking cheese pot.
Ooh, yeah,
You
that's the
sick
good
fuck.
stuff. That's the
I'll
good
make
stuff.
you a separate pot. What do you think, cheese pot?
What? No, that's the best way to eat cheese pot. It's with
Cheese
extra
pot.
long one.
All right,
No
let's do some
long
cheese
worm. No long
What?
worm.
It's a cheese
Well,
pot.
you can't have cheese pot without a little bit of chimpkin, really.
No,
No,
not
I could-
Shimkin. No,
I could
you
do
gotta
Shimkin.
do it. You gotta
I'm
do
not
it.
a huge fan of longworm. But Polinello would love a longworm.
Can you eat chimkin? Like, can your biology process that?
Well, it's not pleasant afterwards, but I do love the taste.
All right. Well,
Look, Tormek's not even opposed to longworm. He's just allergic to it. Every time he eats 120 longworm, he throws up.
Somebody poisoned my long one.
Right. Every time.
Every
Tormek
time I
doesn't
eat,
understand.
every time I eat 120 long
That's
worms,
too many
it turns out
longworms.
No,
somebody
no,
poisoned
Tormek's just
my-
allergic.
That's way too many. That's way too many.
Thank you,
long worms.
Andy.
Too many ding dong longworms.
Where did you get 120 long worms?
I'm making 3 cheese pots. All right.
Only 3,
Okay.
but there are 2.
The fucking freaks and 1 regular one. All right.
So
Okay,
a plain
just a
cheese pot,
regular
a
one.
chimkin one, and a long one.
That's right.
Outstanding. That sounds delicious.
Are we
Yeah,
going
I
to
get the
camp here
fire
for the
in
night,
the-
or are we going
a lot
to...
of coals.
Yeah, here we go.
Are we camping here for the night, or are we heading down the mountain?
We're just having a little bit of spoiled lunch.
It just seems like a waste of time to set up the
Milk
entire
premium. I mean,
camp.
I gotta move the
I would
box,
agree with
man.
you, but they seem to be settling down. I mean, it's only been an hour and 20 minutes since we came down from the cliffs, but here we are.
Here we are.
Everyone's very tired.
I'm feeling quite tired, yes. Exhausted and peckish.
I cook an extravagant cheese pot meal. for
You
my
do.
friends.
It takes about an hour and a half.
That's it. What?
Okay, 2 hours. It takes 2
At least
hours.
3. At least,
Oh, at least 3.
Oh yeah.
It takes
With
3.
cleanup,
It takes
100%.
3
Cremmy, are you
hours.
ready? It's 8:25. Dinner is normally at 6, Cremmy. What are you doing?
I just be like 1 more hour, bros. 1 more fucking hour, all right?
You have to take your
I
time
take
to
chopsticks
separate
and I-
all the ingredients as you go. That
The edges aren't browning yet.
Oh,
Someone
we
chop
don't-
the bread.
Grammy, I hate to do this to you, my good man. But could we please have bezelberry pie a la mode for dessert?
Well, this guy's a sick
How much time
fuck.
we got? Yeah, all right. I can tell my ice cream maker.
Your attachment. Your ice cream attachment.
And it takes another 3 hours
I'll
to
go
make.
pick the bezelberries from this bush.
The melody of Mudge echoes through eternity.
Did someone say mud?
Mudge is in our dreams. Mudge haunts the haunters.
Wow, even the bezelberries are scared. Let's hope we never run into Mudge ever again.
Is fucking crazy. All right, I do that.
Okay, another 2 hours pass as you finish up the bezelberry pie.
A little break. Quick break.
Good job,
Oh, we
everybody.
get a short rest.
You do.
We've done anything.
I
so-
definitely needed that. I cast one spell. I don't get it back.
Oh, spell slots.
But the evening begins to approach as you imagine you have enough time to make it down to the entrance to Briganock Mine before night falls. Though you could choose to spend the rest of the evening here around this lake, occasionally looking up at the beacons, realizing that should you want to, there's a portal at your disposal.
Wait.
Though you really have no confirmation that anyone got to where they intended to go. Just what you saw mirrored in the lake.
That seems ominous.
That's a monkey paws if I ever saw it, Frosty. Don't suggest it.
I'm not suggesting anything.
Don't suggest it.
What if we do the first 10 minutes of Up? That could be...
I'm not doing the first 10 minutes.
What?
I can't cry on stage, man.
That's the only good part of it.
I'm not doing the first 10 minutes.
I'm just saying that that's the saddest thing that we could do that's also, what's the word, delightfully tragic.
It's not really a story, though. It's like 10 minutes.
No, it's a whole story. They
Like a
they meet,
vignette.
they fall in love, they spend their
Yeah,
lives
you
together.
fucking die. That's just life.
And then she dies. Exactly right. It's the best possible outcome.
Well, I guess you're right on that.
No, we can think of something better than that, eh?
We will. We will. Anyways, I was going to point out that it's nighttime now, and the Briganauts are almost certainly asleep, and their necks are almost certainly exposed.
Throat slitters.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Alright, I think
I
we
guess I'll do it
probably
too.
scale down this mountain before nightfall.
Who ate from the non-freak cheese pop?
Oh, I had Chimkin.
I had Chimkin.
I had longworm cheese.
I had non-freak.
I had longworm.
Non-freak.
cheese pop. Non-freak.
Oh.
So, with my chef origin feat.
What the fuck did you just say?
I can cook 3 special treats that gives the 3 people that ate the
Yes!
Longworms.
cheese pop 3 temp HP.
Oh,
What?
Oh, I love a
very
special
nice.
treat.
I can't believe Cremmy.
That's what you get. Fucking freaks.
Well, look, I made the best one
What
for
the
me.
fuck? What the fuck?
Fucking longworm. Who eats longworm? You know they say the elites eat longworm, right?
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
Like in the swampy manas down in Ogway, they're just feasting on that stuff.
Well, like, that's just all you mean. You know it's good stuff. You know it's good stuff if all fancy rich people eat it. It means they have taste. What can I say, Cremmy? I don't. You just have a really unrefined palate, my good man.
They're always eating weird stuff, man.
So just to be clear, I don't get 3 temporary hit points because I ate the Chimkin.
Yep, that's correct, Eric.
Suck it,
I'm
Frost.
gonna go.
Goodbye.
Suck it.
I'll be back.
Take a break there?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah, we can take a break.
Take a break there.
You spend the evening enjoying a cheese pot, longworms, Chimkin, and friendship. As you all sit around the fire together. But evening is fast approaching, and so just as the day began with a choice, the evening is beginning with a choice. Do you stay and make camp, or do you scale the rest of the mountain and head into the Briganock Mine at night? And it is right around this time, as you're trying to make this choice, that you begin to hear the sounds of the Briganocks awakening.
Oh.
As the sounds of their hammers and chisels meet stone, you can hear carried in the wind, the screaming hollers of the Chorids as they scream out, "Death to the Briganox!" And they begin to hurl their rocks down into the canyons.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, Torment was hoping they'd all be asleep.
Now's our chance to perhaps sneak past them. We could get into the mine and then be waiting in ambush when they finally return in their version of morning.
I mean, we could just wait until morning and then slit their throats again.
It's been a pretty full day. I mean, I don't know how many days we got left of the overall clock, but if we got time to sleep
I feel
in our
like it's
tents-
only been like 2 days since we told the King of Hearts last.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
it's,
sure time moves different somewhere. Either for him or for us. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is on. For all we know, it's been like 5 seconds since we last saw him, as far as he knows.
Yeah. I can see both sides, fellas. I mean,
if we could sneak in, why don't we just sneak in?
I just wanted to do some throat slitting, that's all.
Well, they sleep during the
man.
day. That was our problem. We just slit their throats in the daytime on account of being nocturnal.
Yeah, we didn't know about the nocturnal.
Yeah, that was a problem, eh?
We could have guessed that. We could have guessed that. I think we go now. And they're distracted. They're singing. They're trying to disrupt the evening. They're not going to be looking for intruders now. If they had any traps that they might set up for their sleep time, they'll be disabled now. They'll be down. We'll be able to penetrate their defenses. And
Torment thinks you're just making all this up.
I mean, I am, but it's coming from a place of logic and
You're still
deduction.
bullshitting us, Frosty.
I wouldn't say bullshitting.
That's the
What I'm
definition
saying
of
seems
bullshit.
extremely reasonable.
You don't know
You're
anything
taking-
about their
yeah.
traps.
Yeah, can you believe this guy? He's taking observations and data that he's observed and extrapolating from that data.
They
What
say that's
a
dangerous.
fucking loser.
Dangerous to
Liar, liar,
extrapolate.
liar, pants on fire.
fire.
You know what I say about extrapolate? It turns
You
you
get
and
'em.
me into an extrapolation, which
That's
is
right.
very unseemly.
That's right.
Very unseemly.
Well,
indeed.
I wouldn't want to seem unseemly.
Exactly right. There we go.
Well, so what's the plan? We just rush them? Just head first straight into the cave?
Fine by me.
No, we still sneak in like Frost was saying. We just hope that they're not in their homes.
Oh.
And so I guess while we're in the homes, we could rob them, take all their valuables. Maybe they have powerful magical gems just like the old Chorids. And we can rob them blind.
Oh.
And then when they come back all exhausted from the mines, then we slit their throats. It just won't be as easy.
Oh.
Because we'll have to have a bit of a struggle in the entryways of the various little homes.
No. We lie in wait. Once we are inside, and they don't suspect that their living quarters
You're right.
have been. We will be able to hide, and then once they're asleep,
gosh.
they're just about to pass out.
Yeah,
Their breathing
alright.
changes.
Okay.
Their eyes start doing that dancing thing
And then we
behind their
snowball.
eyelids.
Pull.
Snowball pull.
Just
Yeah.
promise Torbeck one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we cross paths with Mudge again, you leave Mudge for Torbeck.
You really don't like
Torbeck
Mudge.
wants to see the light leave from Mudge's eyes.
I think she's out of the honey pot. I think it's Sneed's feeding seed, man. It's over. Let it go.
You think
Let it
that's
go.
when you least expect it, Mudge will show back
You think
up.
you could handle Mudge by yourself, man? Did you
Yeah.
see her?
Are you in love with her?
Torbeck will be the last thing that Mudge ever sees.
I'm pretty sure last we heard Mudge was slumbering for 300 years in a sea of piss under the plains of Yugo.
And Torbeck will be waiting.
Okay. Well, with that, I believe I have the perfect form for this operation. Oh, it's me, Dennis Leary. I'm an asshole. Support our firefighters. And I transform into a saber-tooth tiger. Oh, Boston, I love Dunkin' Donuts.
That is a stretch. That took me a minute.
I get it now, but
That asshole song is very catchy, though.
Yeah. I'm a saber-tooth tiger now. So hey, I got my paws here.
Oh, okay.
you going for like a whole prehistoric vibe right now?
Yeah, it's kind of my thing for right now. It's my current phase. I had like small little critters last time, and now it's prehistoric vibe. I got one more in my back pocket.
All right. So you can go episode by episode.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Oh, hey, who do I remind you of? I kind of like awkwardly stand up. I just love beans and
It's Frost! Hey, he's doing Frost! That was spot on!
That's very funny. That's pretty good.
I love a ball of yarn and catnip.
I do love those things.
It's like Frost without any clothes on.
Can you blame that? Oh, hold on.
Oh, can you stop? Why does that have to be so anatomically correct?
Okay. Man, oh, I love the socks. Let's get a lobster roll or something.
Say, wait, guys, hang on. Why won't anyone listen to me?
Hey, God, hold on. Why won't anyone listen to me?
Is that something he's saying?
It's kind of a Frost thing.
You just assume that I don't say that because you never listen to me.
Park the car around the corner, everybody. Everybody do that thing.
Now I think we're just conflating Frost with Dennis Leary.
Yeah, the next words are park the car at Auburn Yard.
Oh man, I love Matt Damon.
You proceed to the mind.
Fantastic.
To lie in wait.
I'm very stealthy.
I'm stealthy too.
Same.
I'm stealthy as fuck.
You all begin to scale the mountain, climbing down into the canyon that connects the two mountains
Dodge
together.
all the boulders.
I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm great at that.
23.
Uh-oh.
Dang, nabbit.
7.
9.
14.
Not bad. 24.
Your world is about to get rocked.
Anyone who got an 11 or less is going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And you're going to fall 10 feet.
No.
Before,
What are you going to do? Throw a bunch of rocks at us?
before being able to grab back onto the cliff face and continue to scale
How much
down.
damage, sorry?
2.
2.
Oh.
2 points.
Good thing you got that 10.
You should transform into
some of my 10 HP.
an appropriate prehistoric animal to help climb the rocks like I did. That's what you should do. I recommend it.
Is that something you can do for the rest of us?
No.
Well, how do you expect we do that?
I don't know. Figure it out. I did.
Oh, look at me! I'm a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, pretend to be saber tiger.
I say extrapolate latte instead of extrapolate. And
That's pretty good.
I know about various eras in dinosaur history, even though that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's very funny.
I get it now. You're Grigo. That's what you're doing over there.
That's very funny.
I'm trying.
It takes about an hour, and you are able to climb down to the base of this mountain. And you wind through the constant throwing of these boulders, as the sounds of hundreds of tiny pickaxes and hammers can be heard echoing through the canyon as they're chipping away at the stone. The sound emanates from the mouth of a cave that has fingers of rock reaching skyward above it. Statues of irate, hairy creatures with cloven hooves, which you now know to be the cords themselves, are positioned so that they lean around trees and peer over boulders, all staring balefully at the cave entrance.
It's us. Fucking stop.
As you make your way through the constant rain of stones, you eventually find yourself facing this entrance, and you can see that though you can hear the sound emanating out from it, it is clearly blocked off by a stone door.
Uh-oh.
Directly above the door, carved into the stone face, look to be 3 carved niches for gemstones. There are no gemstones to put there. You see no writing on the door at all. All you have is the information that was given to you by the Queen of the Corrids. That when you got here, that there was no harm in the Corrid statues, even though they look menacing. They're clearly designed to scare away the Briganox, and that you would need to offer up a wish.
Oh, to get through the door, offer up a wish?
That's what she told you. To get through the door, you'd have to offer up a wish.
Oh gosh.
It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a large thing. We could just wish for whatever we like.
A wish. I wish I had known to think of a wish.
Does that count? does that count?
If we offer it
GM,
up,
does that count?
That's
She's
a
writing,
nightmare.
she's writing something.
Gricko turns inside out.
guys,
Shut the fuck up! This is the Feywild!
if we offer the wishes up, does that mean they never come true?
That's what I was
Torbecks are
wondering.
way too important to give up.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, you imagine that something like I wish I had known to offer up a wish would work. If it weren't already reality, you had been told by the Queen of the Corrids that you needed to offer up a wish. So Gricko did know that he needed to offer up a wish. Therefore,
Okay.
Well, somebody else go.
It's gonna have to be a genuine wish, even if it's not the largest wish in your heart.
But what if it never comes true?
Well, you could wish for something like, I wish for a small piece of candy, and if you don't get it, then you don't get a small piece
But
of
that's
candy.
not what Torbeck wanted to wish for.
Well, it has to be something you want to wish for. But
All right, I got this one. I'll go first. All right, everybody. I'll take it. And if it doesn't happen, I'll just do it myself. Door, I wish that all them hobgoblins what held me prisoner suddenly get strucken dead in hilarious and embarrassing fashions.
Torbeck thought of a new wish.
Attaboy.
Torbeck didn't know he could do that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing what the door can do.
you step forward and you begin to speak your wish. And as you say, I wish, you can feel a thrumming beneath your feet, as if almost something in the very core of the mountain is listening. And as you finish saying the words, you all watch as a tiny mote of light appears on the tip of Gideon's tongue as it begins to float through the air and make its way up towards one of the slots at the top of the door. And it fits in perfectly, exactly 1/5 filled in this stone indent.
Gideon, that looked like it worked. If we've been given the power to wish people dead.
And a sweet motorcycle! And I want a sweet motorcycle, please! Wait, did it work? No, please, can I also get a sweet motorcycle?
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, Frosty, wish me a sweet motorcycle, but call it a fat hog. But think of a motorcycle when you're thinking about it.
I don't think that I can wish for your wish.
Frosty.
I can try.
Fine. No, don't try. Wish for your own thing.
If Torbeck wishes for harm to become a certain individual,
Yeah.
Torbeck almost feels like that's the coward's way out.
That is a coward's way out.
So
I mean,
instead,
it seems obvious.
Torbeck will wish for something else and hold back with every fiber of Torbeck's being. Even though Torbeck really wants to wish harm on someone. Torbeck instead wishes he owned Gideon's cool knife.
No! 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 Don't let touch his tongue! No, you get your tongue back in your mouth! No, put your tongue back in your mouth! No! No! Door! Leave him alone! Don't touch him, Door!
It's a win.
I tackle
It's fair, it's fair.
Torbeck. I rush Torbeck as quick as I can. I tussle with Torbeck.
I held you 10 feet.
No! No! Get your hands off me! Get your grumpy hands off me!
You watch as the mote of light appears on Torbeck's tongue. The mote sails towards the door and slots in right next to yours, filling up now 2/5 of one of the stone slots above the door.
Fuck! How many of these do we need?
As you rush forward and you charge him, Torbeck tries to keep you at bay, but you are incensed and you tackle onto him. And
my
it is in
knife
this
slips out
moment,
and guts you.
It is in this moment, Torbeck, that you realize that the knife has slipped out of his grasp and has fallen into your pack. The moment you touch it, you feel a kinship to it. Gideon, you're no longer attuned to this blade.
Hey, give it back, you cocky little freak!
Wishes do come true!
Damn you, Torbeck! Damn you! Why would you wish for that?
That was the Fomorians, whatever.
Forlorn's Remorse, I believe it was called.
Gideon, you do realize what this means.
You can wish for my knife back and the cool motorcycle.
No,
Don't forget the cool
the
motorcycle.
hobgoblins.
What?
They've all died in a hilarious and painful manner.
Can you imagine? I did want to eventually hunt them down myself, but I mean, why go on a crazy revenge quest when this magic door would just do it for me? And then I get to smoke, I get to smoke cigars and drink whiskey and whatever the hell else I want for the rest of my life. No, things are looking pretty good for
Does anybody need anything cut?
Hey, you shut your mouth!
Anybody need anything? I have a knife. Torbeck has a knife.
I have some things that I need slit. If you know.
Torbeck's ready now.
All right. Well, we gotta wait till they're asleep.
Okay, but if anyone needs a knife, Torbeck has one. So just let Torbeck know.
All right. There's a very likely chance that any of our wishes will come true. Now that the door has proven that the knife is. I'm not going to wish for your motorcycle. That's not what's true in my heart. It won't work.
Yes, it will.
You can't do that.
Yes, it will, Frosty. Ain't nothing said something about truth in your heart. Just wish for things that you want and get that knife back.
It's unclear whether that's going to be. I don't want to waste a wish on it. I'll be honest.
Well, do one of those things.
Even if it was a really cool, sick motorcycle, like the Escape from Shinra Tower from Final Fantasy VII. Oh my God, Frosty, wish me the Fenrir.
I'm not gonna wish Frosty, wish me the Fenrir right now. Not gonna wish. Frosty, wish me the Fenrir right now. You can't say that you have the ability to wish me the Fenrir and then not do it. Have you lost your mind?
I got my own wish.
Because you got some kind of crazy intelligent way. I know you're gonna say, why don't I just read it? Why don't I write it down on this piece of paper and then simply wish that the contents of this sheet of paper come true?
I don't want to wish for something insane. This is the Feywild. If I wish for clarity of mind, or if I wish for us to find what we seek, it's going to be twisted in some horrible monkey paw manner.
You're right, Frosty. The safest thing for you to do is wish me the Fenrir.
Door, I wish for that cursed toilet to leave me alone forever.
But Frosty, it's too marketable.
Too many good bits.
You watch as not one, not two, but 3 motes of light appear on your tongue as all of them shoot forward, and one of them slots in to each of the open slots at the top of the door. You immediately feel that clarity of mind that you wished for. When you said, if I wish for clarity of mind, if I wish to find what I seek. Door, I wish that toilet would leave me alone. You feel all 3 of these wishes take hold. Your mind becomes incredibly clear. You feel like you could see if there were things lurking in the ethereal plane. Your intelligence is raised by 2.
Holy fuck!
And you feel that at the start of the day that you could roll a d20 and that you could alter a roll once a day.
All right. I'll take a port in any fucking day of the week.
wishes he was smarter than Frost.
That's pretty good. Let me ask you this: does clarity of mind also bring back memories that have been taken from me?
I would say, for the sake of this, sure. That would make sense. Anything that was shrouding your mind, I would say, would go away. None of you would see any of this happen. Frost, you would realize this happens because your mind is so incredibly clear that you can feel and you can see it. What I will is actually roll a perception check for me.
7.
Okay. You feel something slightly unsettling about the change that has overcome you. Though you know that what has happened to your mind seems in this moment to be incredibly beneficial, that there is something that just isn't quite right, and that I would say you would feel in your heart of hearts that a wish like that is not, it's not the kind of thing you would recommend to anyone.
I'm like paralyzed by the
Finding
sensations
what
that
you
are
seek.
yeah.
You look up at this door and you realize you see a lot of things all at once. The clarity of mind coming into play, the wish to find what you seek, and what you're seeking right now is not only Gleam, but an entrance into Motherhorn and a way out of the Feywild in general, and how to pay off Guru. All of these things are things that you seek, and you feel like you're beginning to realize how to do most of them. As you look forward, you realize that this door Oh, how clever. It analyzes how many people are standing in front of it, and there needs to be 3 wishes offered. If there were only you, only 3 wishes would need to be offered, but each of you are going to need to offer 3 wishes. And that's because, wow, look at that. Deep within this mountain, you can see there's an entire Briganock kingdom. You know what the Briganocs are doing. The Briganocs mine wishes. When children and a person, lovers, anyone looking at a shooting star makes a wish on the material plane, that wish is formed into a wish stone that makes its way directly into this mountain and mountains all over the Feywild and can be farmed out. They're incredibly, incredibly valuable and incredibly powerful. Wishes that cause harm, wishes that do horrible things, turn in corrupted wish stones, and you see this huge cavern filled with corrupted and dangerous wish stones. Those not so valuable, but incredibly, incredibly terrifying. The mountain gives and it takes. You can see that deep within this mountain there is a cave that leads directly to Motherhorn. It truly is here. And there, sitting, what is it, in a house? A house in the mountain is Gleam. She is here at the edge of this pathway. You do know that in this very moment she's there. And as you're looking at all of this, you realize that there are so many things in the Feywild that are valuable here. But on the material plane, they would triple, quadruple, sextuple in value because they would be so hard to get. And if you were just smart about the things that you collected, you could easily accomplish your goals here and have more than enough money between the things that you collect, and you begin to see in your mind's eye a room in a palace, the Palace of Heart's Desire, filled with gold and treasures. You accomplish your goals here and you could easily pay back Guru. And in that moment, you feel the clarity of mind, the way to accomplish your goals. And that blasted toilet, you don't hear the whispers anymore, but you'd have to open up your tent to truly know.
I don't.
If elder evils can be banned.
I reach into my pack and I immediately take out parchment and quill. And I just start mumbling.
You become a cartographer?
Things. Yeah, no, I take out my leatherworking kit and I make a map. I start scribbling and scratching, and I'm mumbling to myself. The Briganots, they mine witches. They have corrupted witches and wishes. They mine wishes. There's a cave to Motherhorn.
I knew I didn't.
How do you know that? I can see it all here clearly in my mind. The wish took hold just as Torbeck was able to get his dagger. I have clarity. I can see how we can get what we seek. All we have to do is collect. Kremi, we can solve our debt problem with Guru by just collecting the magic items here in the Feywild. Think about how rare they are. How we don't need to satisfy the debt through Roslav's promises, however shaky and vague those may have been. No, we can pay the debt through the things we earn on this adventure easily. And there's so much more.
Wait, what?
You begin to get an incredible headache as your mind is slowly attempting to process all of this information too quickly and too much for your actual anatomy to handle.
The Gleam is in the house somewhere in the mountain. We'll be able to find Gleam, Andapor, somewhere in there, and
That is lovely.
It's all flowing through me so quickly. It's very hard to catch.
Did the wishes get monkey pawed? Is there some monkey paw to the wishes?
There are such things as corrupted wishes.
I don't fucking trust this.
In order to open the door, we all need to give 3 wishes. We all need to give three wishes. 3 of
Probably
them.
people who steal knives.
I think I have a way to hack this, alright?
That's probably the corrupted ones.
Back in Agwe, there was this little trinket and kind of invention shop called Cabbages. And they used to sell these little booklets you could buy with cheat code words you would say in Jinxcraft to do certain things, right?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I remember a specific passage that I read once that I think could just unlock this whole thing and just get us through. Okay. So let me give it a try.
Okay.
Tarturti mush bashar taum dashal moshar kishaulastopalar. I say the word friend in Draconic.
You watch as Kremi begins to say these words, this word at the door in a language that none of you but Kremi understand. Except for you, Frost.
What?
As your clarity of mind, you realize that you can understand at least this language, maybe even more. As you, the headache intensifies, and you're going to take 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh gosh, the witch is a monkey paw. I knew it. I can't believe I was almost gonna witch something wholesome and sweet.
You begin to say this thing, and nothing happens.
Dorbeck feels fine. Dorbeck just has a cool knife now.
No. It took 2 wishes I didn't intend. They were too powerful. That friend isn't gonna work. You're gonna have to pick something small and wish for it.
Say it in the bag. Speak, friend, and enter. If you enter a big, giant, magical stone door,
That's not what the prompt is. You have to speak a wish and then we'll enter.
Cheat codes never work.
You need 2 more. Wish for your fucking motorcycle, for Christ's sake.
Who's guys?
I don't know. Dorbeck sounds. Frost sounds pretty mad.
All right,
wish
Dor.
for it, and then make another wish right in a row that isn't for the
No,
knife.
no, you go first.
No, you
go.
go
You
first.
go all your
You
wishes
go
first.
Use
I
all your
almost
wishes
walked
first.
up and wished.
No, Dorbeck's
you
not
gotta
gonna
go
do it.
first.
No.
You gotta go first.
No.
I grab
no.
Torbeck and tickle him until he wishes.
Yikes.
Roll a strength
Joke's on you.
contest.
Dorbeck likes it.
Torbeck gets a massive erection and just giggles.
Yeah, that was his wish.
Dorbeck didn't even have to waste a wish on this. And you did Dorbeck's deepest, darkest desires.
No, I'll go on and make a wish, all right?
Well, you gotta make 3 wishes.
Well, why don't we start with 1? Have you wished yet?
No, I'm
Why don't
afraid.
you go? No, why
I
don't
just
you go? Why
I
don't
just
you
don't
go?
want him to get monkey pawed. I have I have really serious wishes, but now I'm worried he's gonna get monkey pawed.
Well, that's why I'm trying to kind of like walk the line, you know, and try to like make sure the door can open, but like it's not the end of the world if it gets
Okay.
monkey pawed. All right. I wish for a wedge of cake from the Nuit Blanche Festival.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, very simple.
That's very good. That's very good. That's very good.
I've been
You-
craving that cake since we got to the Feywild.
You watch as the little light appears on your tongue and it slowly drifts up and finds its place in the first stone. And just as quickly as it nestles into the stone, you feel your cooking satchel weighed down a little bit more. Not just a slice of cake, but an entire cake cut into slices has appeared within your pack.
Oh my God.
Wow. Do you want Dorbeck to cut that cake more for you?
No. I think we saved this.
Okay, well, but when it's time, Dorbeck will use a super cool knife to help cut the cake.
because you have an
I wish
axe.
Torbeck explodes. I'm kidding. I don't wish that.
He said it. He can't unsay it.
All right, this cake does. Oh, it looks awfully delicious. But I think we save it till after our next meal.
I wish to face and conquer my fears of the apex predator of this world and all worlds, and to claim its power for myself. I wish to harness the power of the Groblin.
You almost got a Jabberwock, is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, you're really summoning the Jabberwock here right now.
I wish to claim its power for myself.
You watch as the light on Gricko's tongue appears and begins to make its way and slot into the door. And as it does, you see that the door itself, a painting of the Groblin, appears. As it steps up off of the door, you see its 2D form. That when it turns to the side, it is so thin you can't even see it. As it turns this way and that, it is but simply an animated drawing as it shambles towards you doing a jig. But you don't feel scared at all. And you feel like you could do the same jig. You even feel like, should you ever need to, in a similar way that you transform into a plesiosaur or a goat or a saber-toothed tiger, that you could now take the form of the Groblin.
Yes, that's what I was hoping for,
There's no way this will backfire.
Oh, no more say goodbye to Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee and say hello to Hot Jones.
You dog like that? So just you with your mouth doing the noise.
No, a little MIDI keyboard is playing with the organ sound, and I'm not able to speak.
How is he going to take his third wish? Grego, come back to us. You have what you wanted.
And I just do a real stylish check.
All right.
Was that your first wish, or you made
His
another
first wish. The only person who has more than one wish is Frost.
That's what I thought.
I'm so sorry, Derek.
Is Frost
Which
still
is
good.
really unfortunate.
I'm very happy with this
He used all
outcome.
3 accidentally.
Yeah, he did 2 accidental wishes. And I debated not counting them, but I had to because they started with I wish.
I'm very happy.
All right.
Jorah's got to save at least one wish.
You
because
watch
Gideon's up to
as-
some
I'm not
bullshit.
going before Torbeck
With-
spends all his wishes.
With that final wish or that first wish from Gricko, you see that one of the gems is fully formed, and within it is swirled this strange but beautiful magic. It's almost hypnotizing to look into. It looks like a sea of stars, and it reminds you of the most beautiful falling star shower you could ever imagine. A perfect moment for wishes to be made. And it's trapped deep within this gem. Frost, you look at this and you see that this is very clearly one of the vibrant, good quality wish stones. It doesn't resonate with that same evil energy that you saw with the bad wish stones. And you feel like you have accomplished something positive with this stone. The other 2 do not remain incomplete.
Torbeck wishes that Gideon can't wish his knife back. Got him!
Torbeck, you son of a bitch! Torbeck, you are my worst person that I know!
Stop. We can't turn to violence like this. You see the wish stone there? It's pure. It's good. It's how it should be.
I'm gonna pour all my rage into my wish stone.
If you pour all your rage into your wishes, then it's gonna become a corrupted wish. I can see it. I can see it all so clearly.
No, all my rage is going right into it, and from it I will forge a sword.
Just think of the happy wish. Think of the motorcycle. You don't need a dagger when you've got the Shinra Tower motorcycle.
It's called the Fenrir, Frosty. God, read a book.
I'm sorry, kid.
Well, he's got one more wish. He's gonna spend it.
Torbeck's got all the time in the world.
I'm
But
not
that
doing some
Torbeck
stupid
needs
bullshit,
13
Torbeck.
days.
I'm not using a single wish to take from you like you did for me, and then use your second one to stop me from taking it back, okay? I'm gonna wish for really cool stuff, and I'm not giving you the opportunity to take it.
Okay. Well, Torbeck doesn't want to take anything else.
You will once you see that motorcycle.
Torbeck doesn't know
Wish for your motorcycle.
Gideon,
kid.
you watch as the light appears on your tongue
Don't
and
touch my
begins
tongue.
to
Don't.
sail
No, I didn't
towards-
say it. I didn't say anything.
Uttering the words, I'm gonna wish for really cool stuff and you're not gonna be able to take it, seems to have worked.
That's better.
As-
This better result in the Fenrir for Machinery Tower.
I need-
That's
I-
all I gotta say. This
Or a
doesn't
duplicate
result.
knife.
If this
Or
doesn't,
a duplicate
no, I don't
knife.
give a shit about the knife. This doesn't result in the Fenrir from Machinery Tower.
I need you.
I scoop and leave.
I need you to roll 5 D100s for me.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. It's an orb of annihilation.
You roll a 100.
72.
He says,
56.
unfenrearingly.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
I don't think Fenrir is going to be on that table, kid.
44.
Oh, look, it says right here the Shinra motorcycle.
34.
Look, we got the stats for the Fenrir. All we have to do is go back to episode like 4 or 5 of
81.
Stardust, and we'll be all set.
That should be the last one.
That's the last one.
We got all the stats we need. We got them
thank
right here. We're public.
And then I want you to roll 1d20 for me. Straight. Don't add anything to it.
5.
Okay. That answers that question for me.
You only get 5 Fenrirs.
We'll find out.
I have to pull this up really quickly.
Today's been
I
a
wasn't
good
expecting
day.
this. You can just talk to each other for a little bit.
I don't want to talk to anybody. Door.
Well, how's he gonna get his wishes in? I don't know what to wish for. I feel like it's all gonna be fucking ruined. This guy has monkey paw written all over it.
Torbeck knows what he wants his last wish to be.
Well, then why don't you go on and wish it?
Because Torbeck feels like he needs some sort of protection from Gideon.
I'm
Look
not
at
coming
how
for you.
murderous
I'm
and
not
angry he
coming
looks.
for you. You're the backstabbing scumbag that stole my knife. I'm not coming for you.
Look, this is just a game we play. I get the knife, you get the knife.
You
go
magically
down.
stole the knife from me and then wished that I couldn't take it back.
I wish that you couldn't wish for it back. It doesn't mean you can't take it back. Look, everybody laughs, we have a good time, and then we go on to the next time where the knife changes hands. Come on, Gideon. You're smoking a little.
Here we go.
Rico's got 2 more wishes, man. Can you wish in Goblin form? Can you just think of it?
No, we're gonna have to convince him to change back.
No, there's no convincing Rico.
After seeing those fucking narratives,
Oh, yeah.
the whole ass story up in What do you wish for, Rico? What is it?
What is it, boy?
Okay, because I don't have... You find that your pack has now filled with magic items. I will get you those magic items next session because I can't find what I need to roll for them now, but I have it written down.
That's fine.
So you will find out what those are, and you feel that
The size of your sack,
you
man.
could
And
share
also my
those.
bag is full.
You can share those with your friends, except for Torbeck. They all seem to be repellent.
Well, then your
of
original
Torbeck.
statement stands, GM.
That's funny.
Nice.
All right, Groblin. Well, Torbeck, you know what you're doing?
Yeah, but Torbeck wants to hear what the Groblin has to say.
I'll look at you. And the Groblin's mouth will open. Torbeck.
Oh no!
How tall are you?
Damn near 7 feet tall, maybe a little taller, not sure.
Magic door.
Uh-oh.
Grico wishes he was taller than Torbeck. About 7'2".
There you go. That works.
Oh, that's okay.
You watch
Oh,
as the the light illuminates on your tongue and it floats towards the door and slots into place, and you watch as the Groblin begins to grow. 7'2".
No, what are you doing, Grico? No! Oh, God!
Holy crap!
I shift back into Grico.
It would've been way
return
worse
to
if
your
you wished
original
that Torbeck
height.
was
Are you kidding me?
Wait, go back to the Groblin form.
You're 7'2".
That is horrifying.
Oh, he's monstrous.
I am the ultimate apex predator.
Pretty terrifying. Gringo, you can still use your last wish to also wish to be.
It's a monkey paw horseshit! I swim back into Grico.
Torbeck, sorry, Gringo.
I had a very wholesome wish that was going to be very impactful for the lore, and all our fans would have thought it was very sweet and wholesome and would have cried about it. But because you're a monkey paw door, I don't trust it. I ain't saying shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it did work. I mean, why don't you give it a try?
It's a monkey paw. No, I ain't risking it. I ain't risking it.
I'm not risking it either. I'm not gonna fucking
I ain't
risk it.
so risking.
Do you want to
I
tell
think
us
you
what it
should risk
is and we can talk about it? Or?
If you say it out loud, you're just suckered.
Magic door. Please do not monkey pose.
Oh no.
I wish for what my heart desires most of all, beyond the 2 things I've already said. I wish to break this Fey curse and finally be able to say the greatest joke of all. The joke what the GM hates the most.
You see the little light appear on your tongue as it begins to float towards the door and it slots in.
How do you feel?
Gideon, was the Fenrir? Was it called the Wolfen, right? A Wolfen?
I don't think so. I mean, what's a wolfen? Is that a type of what's a wolfen?
Wolfen D's nuts up.
He's back, baby! Touchdown!
No, it's a monkey ball.
Wolfie's nuts down your throat! That's awesome!
You might as well be 7-2. Well done, Borrego.
Good job!
Monkey bodies, fucking dog! Fuck all you balloon people! Fuck all you balloon merchants! I don't give a fuck!
That's crazy!
Wolf and D's nuts!
That's awesome!
Oh!
Wow, you look like you're at the conclusion of Shawshank Redemption right now. In there.
Wolf and D's nuts up!
Well done, Greco. Okay, Torbeck will go with his last wish. Torbeck wishes he had more licorice, and he means the actual inner tube. He's never had real licorice before.
That's fucking funny.
Yes, you do say this, but the door doesn't understand meaning. It understands licorice. And so you say this, and you are surrounded by these tiny little chubby gelatinous candies.
What the fuck is this?
It's licorice.
No, this isn't licorice.
Yes, you've been mistaken about licorice this entire time.
Oh, this tastes terrible.
Yeah, it's
that's
quite
true.
good.
Yeah.
No, the licorice that Torbeck knows tastes good.
This is licorice.
No.
It tastes herbaceous. It's sweet. It's quite flavorful.
Oh, licorice sucks.
Would like black licorice.
What the?
Yeah.
The door's broken, guys.
Hold on. Oh, it's stuck in my teeth.
Dang it! The Feywild licorice is all messed up.
Wait, so it is a monkey paw. That's not what you wished for?
I told you it was a monkey paw! Wait,
No,
Well, he said
It's not a monkey
licorice,
paw.
To be fair, I mean,
he,
did you mean
he
inner
got
tube?
what he asked
No,
for.
Torbeck asked for licorice. This isn't licorice.
But
oh,
from
you
Torbeck's
misspoke, it was
perspective-
lickening!
What? No. Torbeck meant licorice.
No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced lickering.
Okay, well.
The door interprets the wish from its own perspective, Grimmy. That's what you have to understand.
Well, how do I
made
fucking
the-
know what the door's perspective is?
Yeah!
You're just gonna have to word your wish very carefully. I am surging with knowledge right now, and it's really quite painful.
What if the door thought that the cake from the festival was a flaming bag of crap?
Well, then you have that at this time.
This doesn't make any sense! I hate this! Torbeck's gonna throw the licorice in the dirt.
No,
Where
hey,
it belongs.
Sucks!
Where it belongs.
in the dirt, Torbeck?
In the dirt?
Yeah!
Man, what a
Think about
monkey
the
paw!
star anise.
What a
It won't make
waste
it-
of a wish!
It won't
What a
make it taste
monkey
any
paw.
different.
Torbeck can't wait to get home to have more real licorice.
I'm gonna use my mind hand to collect the dirty licorice.
You do.
And I'm gonna use prestidigitation to clean it slowly over
Course
time
you
as I
would like
swirl it around.
licorice.
I'm gonna enjoy this later.
Only studying with my glasses on.
All right, I got one more.
They're called
wish.
spectacles,
Are
Grimmy.
you ready to go? You
Yeah.
gonna do it, kid?
No. No, I can't get my cool ass back.
Why not? We're about to go into a mine. We go. I don't know.
No, I know.
If I had another wish, I'd ask for the really sweet truck to follow you.
Torbeck has an idea. Mudge is still alive. As far as we know.
I thought you wanted to meet her in Great Combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to meet her in great combat.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
On the plains
fine,
of Rudolph.
Yeah, we can have an
Yeah.
adventure towards the plains of Yugong. The Sea of Piss.
Yeah. The sea of steaming piss.
The Sea of Steaming Piss.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Door, I wish that I had a perfect mastery over the form of engineering. We'll put that contraption on Torbeck's back.
You watch as the light illuminates on your tongue, and it combines to the last of the stones, and you feel your mind start to whirl. You begin to look at Torbeck, and you see how everything works with his anatomy, the way his blood is pumping the Witchlight through his system. The Witchlight is how it's working within him. It's almost as if you can see through and into him. And though you have an initial understanding of how it works right now, you imagine it's going to take some time for you to have the full understanding. You're also going to need to take some time to work directly with Torbeck. It would take experiments.
I knew I should have
Naked
done this.
experiments.
Yeah!
Of course.
Torben got 4 wishes today. Maybe even 5 if you count the tickling.
4.5.
He might even need to be milked. For Witchlight, of course.
6 wishes. Can we make it 7?
Fuck, it's genius. Witchlight is stored in the balls. Why not think of that? How could I not have seen it? It was right in front of me.
Gideon, Torbeck has something for you. Slap, 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 slap.
Oh God.
Of course, Witchlight is stored in the balls.
Until we try.
Did it work?
Yeah, well, as it happens, a Witchlight is stored in the balls.
Yes, Torbeck knew it.
Wait, so
I don't say that. I can see it. I see how it's working, man. I feel like it's
that's
gonna.
what that tailpipe is.
Yeah. No, that's why he had those 2 that kind of looped into his just fur there. Nobody knew why.
Torbeck's nutsack has been stretched up around his neck.
I
Torbeck's been in constant pain this whole time. It's been unbearable.
And pleasure.
Thanks for noticing.
That's why you win whenever you
Never asked. It doesn't really come up in normal conversation.
That's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to figure it out, I guess, or something.
All right, well then. Oh, I wish for my power over death and undeath to apply not just to humanoids, but to Fey as well, to all the beings of this fucking land.
You watch as the light appears on your tongue, and it finalizes the second wish stone. Frost, you immediately see that this wish stone is not as pristine as the first. It's not a corrupted wish stone, but it's a little darker, a little more sinister. But you feel that your magic is just a little bit different. It's not something you'll know until you're face to face with the ramifications of what you've wished for, but you do feel changed.
Mechanically, lots of spells and features relating to undeath can only be applied to humanoids, so I hope for it to also apply to Fey as well.
You know, no, I heard that in that wish. Yeah,
Thank you.
no, I understood it.
This is too big, Grimmy. That was far too big.
Oh, do you feel powerful?
I think so. I mean, I don't feel that different, but let's slip through some throats, kid.
That gigantic goblin.
Who's left?
Just you. One
Just
more
one
wish
more?
from you.
Oh my god, my third wish.
Grimmy,
This works, and it's
Grimmy,
not a
look
monkey
at the
paw?
stone. It's darker than it was before.
wish.
You can't wish for more.
You're wearing clothes, right?
I mean, when I'm in, now I'm a goblin.
Does the Groblin wear clothes?
No.
Oh.
Just a little guy. Or
Now
now
he's a big guy now.
Now he's a big guy. I'm a
Grim.
7'2" goblin.
Grimmy, look at the stone. You need to make your next wish very small. Think of the cake levels. Cake levels.
Frost, You're thinking too small. Think of the possibilities. Anything?
I can see an end to this. I can see the way through, but if you break that stone or corrupt it, the door may open, but you will have a monkey paw situation.
It will get monkey pawed, yes. Do not be greedy. Do not let your ambition drown you.
Think about Torbeck's nutsack.
I could have all the Jinxcraft sorcery of Remy Garou.
Has he always known how words are sounding?
I could have the riches and wealth and fucking home with Alphonse LeBlanc.
Oh, yeah.
I could have it all.
The fabled alchemist. Who's conquered death.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
No, he's just a rich guy.
Yeah, what do you mean conquer death? He's
Wait,
just
conquer
a
death.
rich guy. This is a really strange
I know like
rich
Bruce
guy.
potions or some shit.
Yeah. He has weird animal parties, I think. Not that we've ever
Crummy,
been
I know
about
you're
it.
No, but we heard about it.
Torbeck knows you're focusing on other things, but just think about Torbeck's nutsack elasticity. There's, a little bit more stretch would be
No,
great.
man, think for something big. Get yourself something nice. A big, nice house, all sorts of whatever you want, as much gold as you can have.
I mean, we could have the 100,000 gold pieces, right?
Heck, man, you get 1,000,000 gold pieces, pay off the debt.
I've already told you, even the items we already have right on us right now is probably worth 100,000 gold pieces.
Don't listen to him. Look at him. All right, look at him. Don't listen to him.
I mean, why not 10 billion gold pieces?
That's
Why
too
not
many.
38 quadrillion?
I mean,
gold
where are we gonna
pieces?
put 38 quadrillion gold pieces?
I don't
You know how many gold pieces
I could
that
include
is?
that in what I say. In an offshore bank account?
give it to me in mutual funds.
Yeah. in responsible and safe mutual funds. Government bonds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, 3%. That's guaranteed by the federal government.
I suppose you
federal
got me.
government.
I suppose you got me there.
I think I know what I need to wish for.
Oh, please say nutsack elasticity.
Door. I wish for Gideon to get his knife back from Torbeck forever and ever and ever. Because I think he said that Gideon can't wish for his knife back.
That's exactly right.
Yes! Yeah! We got throat slitting today! Come here, big guy!
Monkey file style, the knife flies out and hits him in the chest, right?
In the jugular.
Right in the heart. He bleeds out and dies right here forever and ever and
No,
ever.
not the bummer.
No, but in this moment, you do realize that the knife is no longer at your side. And as you look up, you see that it is held aloft in Gideon's hand as that final note of
I'm the
light
daddy.
connects and locks into the door. With a rumble, the door itself slides open, and you see in front of you a glimmering, shimmering cave. The entrance to the Briganock mine.
You're really obsessed with that. All right. Everybody, dagger up.
Let us slit some throats.
Very strange that Polynella and I didn't have to give up wishes, but
Well, that's because you're not a protagonist. Come on.
I do believe that's true. We're side characters. And you make your way into the mine.
Yeah, we stealth our way into the mine.
You feel your satchel just filled laden with new items. Now your blade strapped to your side. Frost, you feel your mind open to everything that you see before you. Gricko, you are in your 7'2" groblin form as you begin to move forward. Torbeck, you step over the pieces of unwanted licorice as you search for that which you cannot have. That blade that was yours for but a mere moment. As Kremi, you think about the taste of the cake in your mouth when you're finally able to eat it, and the fact that you may have untapped powers. As you step into the cave, all three of the gems illuminate, and you feel all of those wishes taken from you. You all return back to your original form as those stones fall to the ground and are encased in a large rock. You look around you as you realize you do still have your blade, but Torbeck could steal it at any time. The licorice is completely gone. Your intelligence is gone from you. You attempt to reclaim your groblin form, but that's taken from you as well. As you realize that there are hundreds of these large stone think of World of Warcraft when you're a miner. You have to pick
Oh, a node.
nodes. Thank you. These large nodes that are embedded with wishes, and you see that right where you stand is a large node that is filled with your wishes. Should you have a way to extract them, you imagine. And though you don't have access to this knowledge anymore, you retained the memories that you gained and what you learned. You wrote it down.
I have no idea if I can trust any of that information.
But you realize, you know, that should you be able to retain those wish stones, each individual one, that you could break them and your wish would come true. That they're still within your grasp. What you had was yours, but you've given up. You've given it up to enter this mine. And it is as you were looking at this that I need you all to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Not bad.
7.
Beautiful. 22.
Okay.
26.
9. 17.
You step into this place, and there is almost like a shimmer in the air. Not the same that you're familiar with the Witchlight, but almost like stardust, just filling up the space here. And as you begin to breathe it in, you feel sleepy, a little drowsy, almost as if you could fall asleep and enjoy a nice dream.
Nice dream.
But you're able to shake it off enough as you're looking at the node that encases your wishes, seeing what the future could hold for you should you be able to extract them. And it is this moment of sleepy distraction that you don't notice the tiny Briganox that have surrounded you as they all begin to blow this drowsy dust into your face, and you hear, you all fall asleep, and that is where we will end the session.
Got us.
Gotta give it up.
Thanks for running the session, Nick.
Thank you, Nicky.
Very well.
Just before Frost falls asleep, he hears a low voice from inside of his tent. 50 years pent up. Can you imagine?